Alright, what's up everyone? Today we are extra hyped. It is the last and final day of E3! Woo! Why am I on the
You're
one
extra
excited?
hyped. You're extra
Fade
hyped
in
Tash.
right now.
We're just trying to get there, you know?
Yeah, we're just trying to help
Okay,
you.
listen, I'm extra hyped
Alright.
because last night was a really, really good show. But before we get into that, with me I have Sam and Dane here.
G'day.
Yes.
Good day,
I
everyone.
like how every time he says it, I'm just like caught off guard every single time. Okay, so if you guys are if this is your first time here, this is Let's Talk E3, where we talk anything and everything about E3. We have covered it from day one, and now we're gonna cover the last day. So if you guys don't know how the schedule goes, you can check it out on the screen right now. Today, Nintendo will be a little bit earlier. It will be at exactly 12 a.m. for us Southeast Asians,
Thank God.
GMT +8. Man, I'm typoing myself when I talk tonight. It's pretty good. All right. So, Akid Ibrahim, yo, what's up? You've been here every night. I'm glad. And then, of course,
I see you, Charlie, by the way. Hello. Sorry, continue.
Okay, of course, we also have we're gonna have a quick recap of Microsoft and Bethesda press conference yesterday, and then what can we expect from Square, Ubisoft, and Sony, and finally a segment of Change My Mind, which is my favorite one. All right, so first up right now, let's talk about the conferences yesterday. We kicked off with Square Enix.
Square Enix.
So
I remember that one.
I don't.
I remember that
I
one.
barely remember anything about that one. Okay, so kind of let's go through what they offered to us yesterday. Yo, what's up?
Trilobits.
Which
Try the
game
bits.
does Dane dislike the most from this EA?
We'll get there.
We'll get there
We'll
later.
get there, Charlie.
But for now, I want to know from Square Enix. We had what did we have yesterday during Square Enix? We
What
had
did we have? Actually?
We had a few things.
We had
We had a reveal of a collaboration between Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter.
Yup.
We had more looks at Tomb Raider.
Yep.
We had that reveal of that vague Platinum Games project. That's
Oh
coming
yeah,
out
yeah,
looks-
the one that's coming
Was
out.
that the one from the real life and then?
No, that was A Quiet Man.
Okay,
Oh, that
but
was a
before
Quiet Man,
but
okay.
before we get into all that, let's start off with Tomb Raider. We saw this last night. This Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and you know everyone loves their Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider games have always been iconic. So, what did you guys think of the first look at Tomb Raider?
Looked good.
Yeah,
It looked like they're
yeah.
just continuing their strong form with that series. I
Mhm.
think.
I actually disagree. I think this is. I'm not saying that the game was not amazing or anything. It's not gonna be good. But I'm just saying it's number
It could
one.
have been presented better. I
It
think.
could have been presented better, and honestly, like the graphics. I don't know if it's because it's so early or anything. I feel like the graphics are a little bit off. The facial expressions were the uncanny
You
valley.
had
were
issues
so
with
obvious.
her hair. I
And
remember
her
you
hair.
didn't like
Her hair looked like it was something coming out from a PlayStation 2
Come,
game.
what the hell are you talking about? All right,
Listen,
well,
PlayStation 4 always had that whole one strand of hair, very flowy, very nice. This one, it just looked matted. It didn't mesh with me.
Alright, we'll say the
was
head.
alright. I thought it looked good.
And then the movements felt a little bit kind of like, like a little bit stiff.
Interesting.
It didn't have the kind of like fluidity you expect from most PlayStation 4 games. But that's just me. What did you guys like about the game?
I like that. No, I'm actually quite sad that this would be the last of the trilogy because I really enjoyed all two of them.
Right.
I'm really waiting for this next one, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think they could have presented like maybe a different part of this game instead of like it felt a bit. Seems like it's kind of still in beta a little
Yeah.
bit, but
As I said,
I'm
it's
still
really
excited for
still
it.
early.
yeah,
Yeah. What about
it's a bit
you,
too
Dean?
early.
no, I think they're doing a good job. These games are well liked,
Yep.
and I'd rather them just keep doing what they're doing rather than try and do anything too crazy.
Yeah.
This series really revived
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, so you can't fault them for that.
Also, another thing I didn't mention is that in this game, she's a little bit more brutal. I guess you want to say it.
Well, she is a Lara Croft now.
Yeah.
Like the
That's
first two
true.
game was just like a build up of
Yeah,
to
Donkey
be the
Buns.
Tomb
I see
Raider.
Donkey Buns. Hello.
All right. So, before we continue, we have more. We have more chats here. We have the graphics does look worse than the previous series. Thoughts? I
Just
think it
early
does.
looks. I
I
don't
think we
so.
were watching it through stream, so maybe that's why. It's a
Yeah.
bit bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through stream. There's a lot of lighting going on here. It's
Yeah.
not finished yet. Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
All right, and then we also have Erwin Bantilan. Good evening, guys, from the Philippines.
From Philippines.
What's up, Philippines? And then bring out Alzheimer in due time, my friend.
It just
In
We'll
due
unleash
time.
that a little bit later.
And then Brian Win, Gift Camus. And now Gift Skate 4. Good enough. All right, so let's move on now to the next part. We also have other games out. This is... What exactly is this game again?
That's
I
Final
can't
Fantasy.
remember.
How
remember.
dare you?
I can't
What game
remember.
is this?
This is Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
the
yeah,
one,
Final
the-
Fantasy
the
14,
Under
yeah.
the Moonlight, was that the one?
Under the Moonlight,
Yeah.
the new patch coming out.
Yeah.
So it's not on screen yet. So
Yeah.
we'll give them a break
Mm.
there. But that was a surprise announcement. Even us in the FF14 community did not know about that. That was not
That
leaked
was
at
the
all.
first time you're hearing this, basically.
The collaboration with Monster Hunter, yeah.
Yes.
So
Mm.
that's, I guess, the Japanese publishers and companies do this quite a bit, where there's a lot
Yeah.
of collaboration between, Square Enix and Capcom and
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
anyone else.
I mean that's fun. That's fun. But I'm just like, man, everyone was like, Marvel is the best crossover of all time. Then suddenly all these games like
Forget it.
crossover. Marvel, you freaking thought.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like, if you're not clashing with each other, which an MMO and then an action RPG is not really competing with each other, why not
Yeah.
put something cool together?
But personally, to me, I feel like this might be the collaboration that might just bring me into the game to try it out. But considering that it's only like kind of like an event thing.
And
Oh, it's an
forewarning,
event?
Final
It's
Fantasy
not like-
14
Oh.
Yeah.
takes a long time to get
Mm.
to the end of the game.
Yeah,
It's
so I'm
not-
guessing this might be just high level content,
it is
honestly.
guaranteed.
Yeah, and this is an event. They already mentioned it explicitly. This is an event. I thought it was like for real. I was so excited, and then they're like, "Oh, it's an event." I'm like, "Yeah,
That
that
makes
ain't
sense
happening."
to be an event. Yeah.
All right, now let's move on. We have Dragon Quest 11. Okay, so everyone was really hyped about this.
I wasn't.
You wasn't.
I
Personally,
was
to me,
not.
I was not either. I guess it's just not my kind of game. But Dragon Quest 11 does have a huge following. What do you think, Dana?
Well,
Have you played
consider
it?
the weebs, Tash. You gotta respect the weebs. If you
Okay.
don't, they will overrun.
Aren't you a
No,
He is.
not a weeb.
weeb? Okay.
Uh,
They weebed in.
Weeb
Yes.
did.
I have weeby gaming tastes.
Same thing. Same thing. So,
But no, these games are hugely popular series. It takes a while for them to get localized,
Right.
which is the frustration of everyone who likes Japanese games.
right.
Nothing new. If you're a true weeb, you played it in Japanese, you imported it.
Honestly, to me, I feel like, I mean, I'd rather have played it in Japanese personally. I didn't really care for the English version. I heard the dubbing and I was like, God, cringe.
They are
That's like
Pretty
any
bad.
other dub out there. So, but do you think that this is newsworthy, worth putting
Of course it
onto
is.
E3?
Of course it is. If you don't consider this newsworthy, then you're kind of like rejecting half of the world. You can't just focus on the American stuff.
Yeah.
There's a whole other Eastern games
That's true,
development.
that's true.
You know, you can't ignore that.
I mean, personally, to me, I feel like E3, it's. I mean, this thing can just be like an online announcement.
It was an
Oh.
online
I
announcement,
mean,
Tash.
just like that, just like, oh, it's here. I don't feel like it's worth taking the stage. You know,
it didn't
could-
take the stage. It's a pre-recorded
I
video.
mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
Relax, guys.
Sorry, we're getting
Calm
pretty.
down,
Okay,
calm
It's
down.
not. Look, Square Enix was humble.
Yeah.
They didn't
Yeah.
take. They didn't
much
take
time.
a stage. They didn't take 2
Yeah.
hours. They didn't have a
Yeah.
live band.
yeah.
They just showed what they had on a video. That was it. That's you can't.
That's
fault them for
actually fair. I guess in a way they just didn't. I mean, in a way it could be a filler, or they just wanted to say, "Hey, it's out. You guys can go get it right now."
Yeah,
that
but
kinda
to
thing.
me, Square Enix conference was just I only like the first maybe 5 minutes
Right.
because I only played like I only followed one of their games, which is Tomb Raider,
Right.
and then they showed it off right off the bat.
Right.
So after that, it was just I can just go to the toilet, eat stuff, and
Yeah, I saw like
I don't know.
everyone was just very chill
yeah, everyone was
during the
chill.
conference. It was very short. It didn't take too much time. We were all expecting it to be at least an hour,
Yeah,
but that was not what happened.
Closer to like 30 minutes, right?
It was very like close to 30 minutes. Of course, after that it was Kingdom Hearts 3 that came out. Kingdom Hearts 3, of course, you guys know about 2 days before
Yep.
they already, kind of like themselves leaked out
Mm.
the reveal date and
They
they were and it actually got pushed back to January 19th, 2019.
Mm.
And everyone, it had mixed feelings. Some people are just like happy just to get a release date
Yeah.
because God knows how long, and some people are just angry because it felt like they're just lying to them again. So
I mean, just to have a date there, at least you can hold
Yeah.
them somewhat accountable if it gets.
yeah,
delayed.
but I was very disappointed with Square Enix in regards to the Kingdom Hearts trailer, because it was like, okay, I understand they sold their content to maybe Sony or
Sony,
Microsoft
probably.
and all that. We had like a more extensive look at Kingdom Hearts during those conferences.
Yeah.
But it was like all we had extra from Square Enix, the developers themselves, was 3 tiny little new tidbits, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
Mm.
"Is that new?"
So I think there's a Kingdom Hearts section on the PlayStation content throughout the week.
Yep.
You might see a bit
Probably.
more there. I think they're going to have a few of the developers around for that. But yeah, it was like you would expect a little bit more.
Yeah.
but, I
but-
didn't like the trailer though.
Kingdom Hearts.
The trailer was
It felt-
horrifically
yeah, it was
edited.
bad.
They
I
rushed
thought, I
that.
thought it was really bad.
That
Like-
was rushed.
Like for
Sound
me,
effects were
for
off.
me personally, Kingdom Hearts, I mean, it was kind of bad, but I felt it was so repetitive. Like I saw it so many
Yeah,
times.
it's
I
like
was
I've seen it
3 times.
enough. You know,
yeah, I was
just stop.
I was
you know.
getting pretty sick of
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
Okay, next up, this is a new title that no one was expecting, and this is Babylon's
Babylon.
Fall. Babylon's Fall, and it's by Platinum Games, if I'm not wrong. Am
Oh,
I
this
correct,
is the
guys?
one.
Correct.
This is the
Platinum
one.
Games.
Babylon's
All
Fall.
right, so this one looked
Mm.
pretty decent. It was a very short trailer, but it was enough to go. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's something new!"
And importantly, it's from Platinum Games.
Mm.
Okay, I don't really know much about Platinum Games, but what exactly makes this game so amazing if it was from there? Like, what other games have they made?
I'm not going to mix them with 505. Didn't Platinum Games make like... Help me out, Freddy. Darksiders. There's another one. They got another big franchise
They
that I
made
remember. and I can't-
Darksiders 1 or 2. Oh, that's 3.
There's some other series.
Oh,
But
3 is
basically, they
coming out,
just
yeah,
always
three's
nail
coming
it.
They always nail it.
On the top, like poor sleep at the moment. I can't think of individual titles, but when you see Platinum Games, you should trust them.
Yeah,
They
but
have a good
I
track
mean,
record.
looking at the trailer, it's very beautiful.
I'm loving this.
I
Yeah, it's
love-
very
yeah.
I don't know, anime-ish in a way.
No,
It's
I
like a
don't-
serious
I
anime.
It doesn't
Bayonetta,
look
that's right.
anime-ish. They made Bayonetta.
Yes.
Mm.
They it
Thank you,
looks
Drala.
the graphics just look nice. The artwork looks nice. You know, they actually put a lot of care and effort into the trailer. It wasn't like
This
you
part
know-
looks a bit like Dark Souls ish.
Yeah, it does.
Or like what was that game? Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But this is where you see the Platinum Games, the speed of this guy's movement right here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you feel like, okay, this is Platinum Games. Also, I think Metal Gear Revengeance, I think, was also Platinum Games.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
So they do action, they do fast, over the top, crazy action. So I'd love to see them take on this like heavy religious, you know,
Religious.
night.
Religious.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like Babylon is like a religious.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's actually true. Okay, after that as well, we had another new game tease. And what was the key?
What was that?
Was that The Quiet Man?
Oh,
Oh
Quiet
yes,
Man.
the
Okay,
quiet man, the quiet man. Okay, looking at that, like everyone was going pretty crazy. Like it
Yeah.
was going insane. Cause why was it good again? Let me just look at the trailer. I need to remember again, like
I
why
wouldn't,
the quiet man was.
I wouldn't
so
say
good.
it was good.
Yeah,
It started off in
he
live
threw,
action.
Like some food on a guy, like a takeout food on a guy.
Yeah, it started off as live action.
Yeah.
I thought it was a trailer for some B movie, like straight to DVD
Okay, here it
horror
is.
movie.
Straight to DVD.
The Quiet
yeah,
Man.
a little bit. A quiet
Like the
man.
Bye Bye
I
Man.
thought the name could have been better.
The Quiet Man
Right.
was a very. It sounds like something out of a horror, like you know, like a horror book you pick up. From
Yeah, but
the
it sounds
library,
it sounds
the
like a
horror
like a
man.
terrible horror movie.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
Looked very cheesy, like the real life sequence. Looked very
I
cheesy.
actually didn't like the real life sequence.
it was-
Actually,
it was too
it
cheesy.
I mean, it looks good. The game looked really cool, but
Yeah.
it was like, but to me personally, like if see this real life sequence is like, I guess that's the cinematic is just real life stuff.
Mm.
It
It's
kind-
weird without context.
Yeah, look
Like-
at it. It's just like
It's like those '90s really cheesy.
yeah, it's so cheesy.
looks so washed.
90s
Yeah,
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
look at it.
like a B-rate.
The problem is that we have no context for why this is
Yeah,
real life.
why
So
is this
Yeah.
happening?
games
Yeah.
previously have had TV series
Yeah.
and whatnot to accompany them. So
Yeah.
I don't
this
know
one
if they're
just
doing
looks
that.
like
Because it's standalone, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I guess it kind of ruins the immersion. I guess, yeah, that's exactly it. It ruins the immersion. Like suddenly, it's this like what?
Yeah, and this
you-
looks
But
so
I
not.
thought the transition was cool.
yeah,
Like, and then you see this look better than the real life sequence.
yeah. I
but
feel
you
like
only see like few seconds. Of
you,
it.
you kind of don't really need the real life sequence. I'm just really
Yeah.
hoping that that won't be something that's prevalent throughout the game.
I
But
hope
that's
not.
all
I
we're
hope
gonna get. We're
Mm.
we're just gonna get some gang beating each other up with
See?
some food on his face
not.
and that was it. And we don't know anything. But it did say more to come in August.
Yep.
Does that mean Gamescom?
Possibly it's before Tokyo Game Show. We'll
Mm.
wait and see.
Yep.
So,
And
see the Quiet Man, the ending. Like first you take out the guy,
yeah.
and then you give him your takeout. You know that. Was that a takeout food? Like in that.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just saying. It looked weird. It just looked weird.
Okay, you know what? That's a sign that we need to move on.
And
Okay,
that was bad.
after
That was bad.
that was bad. It was, but to me personally, I mean, not one of Square Enix's best show, but they were very humble. They're like, you know
Yeah.
what? It was nothing. We don't really have much to show. We aren't even there. But here, just have this from us, half an hour, just to keep you guys happy, and then
Importantly,
it was not much that I would remember.
Yeah.
But
importantly to take away from it is one, the FF7 remake is in heavy redevelopment. It seems lots
Yeah.
of
Probably,
hiring.
yeah.
nothing mentioned.
Two, I think today or tomorrow at Sony they do have 15 minutes put aside for a Square Enix title.
Square Enix.
So
hopefully
could be
something
getting
Oh,
announced.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Please don't be an interview.
All right,
title,
so
Square Enix title.
before we move on, let's go and catch up with the comments.
It's Camo. There's no
Yeah, it's
Camos.
Camo.
Camo, Matthew Chen,
Please, Weeben.
thank you
Praise
very
be.
much.
Hashtag for Weeben.
Thank you.
Okay, and now on Facebook, we have JB Chua. It's gonna be a Samurai 2019 for PS4. I actually agree.
Yeah,
we
I
have
actually
what
agree.
two or
It's like
three? Two or three. We have Sekiro. We have Ghost of Tsushima, as well as one more Neo 2.
Yeah, too.
Neo
Oh,
2.
yeah.
So there is three. So you have Octa, Halo. Yeah, and then we have Captain Muda also.
Oh, I thought
goes-
they were saying
Hello.
hello.
Like
Or
Halo.
it
I
was
think it was a
I forgot.
Halo Infinite reference. All right. So next up, let's talk about Ubisoft. Okay, so we rated that at first. We were like, okay, they're not gonna be too crazy. They're just gonna be super normal. But no, they brought their
was
A
amazing.
game. It was like one of my favorite, and they started off the show so good. what was it again that kicked off?
They
the
started
show?
off with the panda.
Oh yeah, the dancing panda.
Just
Okay.
Dance.
It was just like we were like, what is this panda? So they're dancing. And we're like,
Mm.
okay, I mean no. Okay, this is gonna be Just Dance 2019. I actually like that.
15 minutes of a dancing panda at the start of E3.
Yeah,
Okay.
Panda
No, it's just like
Simulator.
to hype things up.
I think they started off the show with good
Yeah, yeah,
energy. I mean, when you compare it with
I thought they did it like it's very. I think they set the tone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they
the
set-
intro, the panda dancing, they set the tone. Like
yeah.
throughout the whole conference, it was just fun after fun after fun.
Yeah, like check it out. Like
Check it
say-
out, a dancing panda, guys. By Just Dance
Bethesda.
2019.
Bethesda did a live band,
Yeah, I like
and
Andrew
everyone
WK.
was like, and we're just like,
Yeah, that was. But he did set the tone for the whole conference to be
it was
awkward.
cringe.
It was cringe.
It was and
And,
continued
yeah.
to be cringe.
Come on, it
And
was cringe
Bethesda
because
throughout was
of the
cringe.
audience, like, not expecting it, but like he wasn't cringe. He's like a rock star just rocking out. That's not cringe, right?
No, it was cringe. It was like, yeah. It
Wait,
was
what?
like,
He's
he
just
didn't
doing
even know
what
what to
rockers
say.
do.
But anyways, besides that, let's check out the trailers on screen. This
Mm.
is the Division. This is
Division looked
t-
cool.
2.
Vision
Makes me want to buy it.
I
Mm.
liked how beautiful it looked. It looked
Mm.
very real. Definitely a very very immersive game.
It gave the Last of Us kind of vibe,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
It actually felt like The Walking Dead for me, like the
Yeah,
TV show actually. That's what I felt
I
like. And
love
after that, we had another crossover, Mario Rabbids.
believe this is an expansion for an existing crossover. Am
Yeah.
I wrong?
I don't know anything about Mario Rabbids.
No,
honestly.
neither.
Yeah.
But I know they're so cute. Look at that buff
The rabbits
rabbit.
are horrific, man. They look gross.
Yeah, when it was revealed, Dane was whispering to me, "Why do they look so ugly?"
But don't
It's
forget,
so mean.
from Southeast Asia,
Yep, we
Ubisoft
have
Singapore,
Skull and
Skull and
Bones,
Skull and Bones looks
and
beautiful.
this is looking to be the game that takes over Sea of Thieves, and I really
It should
believe
be.
they
Not
will.
not much of an
It
effort
should
to do that.
be.
Yeah,
either, I would say.
it looks a lot more gorgeous. They definitely put
It's
a
like
lot
a
of care into
standalone
this.
Black Flag.
Yep, and
which I
then
have no
after
problem
that we have this one right
Transference?
here, Transference.
Right,
Transference.
Elijah Wood himself,
Okay.
Frodo brought it out.
It looked. I don't know what this is. It looks creepy. Yeah, it's a VR horror game. It
No,
looks
but it's
creepy.
just VR.
But it's not just VR, you know, it's got film people involved.
And
Starlink.
of course, Starlink. Everyone was going
Starlink.
crazy because Star Fox.
This is the new Skylanders, I
right?
guess.
Star Fox.
Star
yeah.
Fox. Yeah.
So there's another
I
game
didn't grow up
that's
with Star
gonna
Fox, so I'm not
Yeah.
really particularly excited.
Yeah, and then after that we had For Honor. Everyone's going crazy because it has a new DLC coming in, which features the Wulin fighters. And then after that we also
I
have.
actually downloaded For Honor right after the
Yeah.
announcement
It's free.
was
And then
Yeah,
we have the
it's free.
Crew 2 Assassin's
2
Creed
Assassin's Creed
Odyssey,
Odyssey.
which is something very, very different to the franchise, which is something that, we should definitely talk about in a little bit more. because we have to, because
it's not
this
something
is-
to miss.
Yeah. And I like that you can actually kind of choose your path in this one,
Mm.
which actually makes it
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, it's
really
like
cool.
it's kind of open really. It's not like a follow this guy. You can
Yeah.
make your own choices now, which is cool.
And it's a lot more brutal for sure, and
Yeah.
a lot less stealth. Okay,
that
okay,
was cool.
that was actually really cool. Like for me, like I really want to watch the whole thing
Mm.
again. It was just that good. Now let's start off and talk about Just Dance 2019. Of course, Just Dance every year has the same thing over. I mean, it's Just Dance, but
It's just dance.
but do you think that?
But
but-
okay, Just Dance was. I guess if you're into it,
No, the
Good
thing
for
is
you.
that
People
what
buy
I
it.
liked.
Yeah, people buy it.
What I like about it is that even though every year there is a new Just Dance, they don't kind of like push it in your face. They're like, okay, Just Dance is here, you can get it.
They don't push it in your face. I see it marketed even in that damn Katy Perry, that terrible song that came out. It's like Just Dance.
but I mean, on the stage, it wasn't like a guy coming on stage and saying what's better about Just Dance or why
yeah,
you should
they
buy
just
Just
they
Dance.
just
At least
showed
they
it off
just
and then
danced.
They
really
kept
did
it
just
quiet.
dance.
Yeah, they just kept it that way. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's true. They just
Makes sense.
dance.
yeah, just dance, and then
Mm.
they moved on.
Yeah,
And then
that's-
after that, we had
Trials Fusion, I believe.
Trials,
Trails
Trails Rising.
Trails Rising.
Trails Rising. That was the one. Okay, Trails Rising. It looked really interesting to me.
I like the ragdoll physics in this. They
Yeah.
showed it off, like the explosions and all. That was cool.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. But I think what's the best part about Trails Rising is that in the beginning it was like, oh, you get to do like tricks and stuff, blah blah
Mm.
blah, and then suddenly it was like a kind of like classy yet horrible montage of you guys.
That
just,
was
like,
funny.
Yeah, that was actually funny.
I like the
laughing.
guy, the president of that. When he described himself as the president of Finland. When he
Yeah,
came
that
out.
was
yeah,
just
yeah.
so random.
Like he
but-
fell off the
I'd like to
stage.
get to
was
know that
funny.
guy.
Yeah. But anyways, just look at that. Okay, like it starts off like you're like okay, you're like some pro dirt biker
Mm.
or something like that.
It's
But-
like a can you consider this platformer in a way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It is
I mean,
kind of a platformer, really.
Like you have to like.
in a way, I haven't seen these kind of games in a long time. It's kind of, I'm kind of glad to see it. Just like,
Trial's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
been around. It doesn't always get made a big deal of.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Um,
it's there if you want to play it.
But
Yeah.
people love these games.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
look
it
damn
looks,
fun.
it looks fun.
and
Yeah.
it's funny. It reminds me of, I don't know. Back then there was a game called Burnout.
Burnout
Paradise.
Paradise.
I can't
This is
remember.
Burnout Paradise.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it set the same tone.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that's
just so random, and look at that.
Yeah, it's just crashing,
It
crashing.
just-
I like this montage like of people dying.
It made me so happy seeing these. Like, you.
You like watching people die?
I mean, it's kind of like you when you play The Sims, and you just
Yeah,
kill people.
Whoa.
I'm
We're not
sorry.
going
My
there. We're not
goodness.
going there. I don't kill my Sims.
No.
But yeah, Trials Rising looks
Trials
fun.
Rising looks good,
Yeah, it looks
promising.
really
Like
good.
as someone who he doesn't really like play this kind of games. It
Mm.
actually kind of like made me want to play it,
Yeah.
And I liked like how like Freddy kind of like took the last paper. He was like doing like this. You were like, "Are
Mm.
you not entertained?"
Yeah, well, with that
No, I
actually
was-
Indian accent, it was, yeah,
It
it
was
was very
entertaining.
good.
It was entertaining.
I was
From Finland,
definitely
Mm.
definitely entertained. Okay, next up, this is something that everyone's been talking about.
Yep.
And this is Beyond Good and Evil 2. This is apparently a prequel.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Pretty cool to the
Prequel.
first one.
And it ended with a plot twist, which a lot of people did kind of guess. But,
Yeah, I guess.
seeing it, it's like, whoa, it was actually real. Okay, I've never played the first one, so I don't really understand much about the game.
Mm.
Why don't you guys tell me a little bit?
I did not play the first one.
I didn't play the first one either.
Okay,
But
It's
I
a
can
long
tell
time
you that
ago.
it looks, I don't know, something about it. It feels very like ambitious project
yeah.
because they have like this. What's that guy?
I remember
Gordon
seeing it.
Levitt.
Gold,
like
Golden,
his-
Joseph,
Joseph
Golden
Gordon-Levitt.
Levitt.
his I don't
Okay.
know his project and all to bring, all this
Hit
play
record.
Yeah,
Hit record.
Your hit record. Okay,
or
but
hit record.
it's really cool, like how they want to bring in like some humanoids, like animal with human traits, right?
These are all space pirates.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is, like, they're so beautifully made. They look
Yeah, the
actually.
CG was.
Yeah, they all look very. It looks realistic. It doesn't look like they want to do something, but it doesn't look creepy or
Yeah,
weird
it
or
was-
disgusting. It just looks like, oh, that's something you see every day. That's pretty cool.
But I think they played it a little bit safe with this trailer because the first one, when it was revealed last year, it was
Yeah.
like full of cursing and swearing.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of comments like, "Oh, why did they do this? Just to be edgy and all." But this one, I think they toned down a little bit.
You want
Which I
to
think
you
is
want to talk about edgy? Let's talk about the Bethesda. How
Oh.
much swearing was in that one? That was
What was
some.
the guy's name?
Todd Howard.
Todd Howard.
He
Not
always
just Todd
swears.
But
Howard,
he's
he was-
Todd
it was-
Howard is
the
Todd
whole
Howard.
thing was
It's
some
in the
swearing a lot.
Bethesda terms of agreement. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta-
this
you gotta
trailer,
swear.
the first trailer of this, had
Yeah.
more swearing than
Yeah.
any conference I've seen.
But the thing is, this trailer, it kind of like fed your
Yeah,
curiosity to want to know even more.
I like
And-
that because I guess all of us didn't play the first one a long time ago. I remember
Yeah.
seeing it for rent at Blockbuster Video when I was a wee lad.
Okay.
I like that it's a
Wee lad.
prequel.
We lad.
So this is high production value prequel.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
play this, and then if I really like it, like the story, like hell yeah, I'll go
Play
and
the
play
sequel.
the old one.
I
Yeah.
really wish that they would actually maybe do a remake or remaster or something like that for the old one, because I heard that the console for this was actually like quite a while ago. It was called what, Dream something?
Dreamcast.
I don't. Was this on the
Dreamcast?
Dreamcast?
Is it on the Dreamcast? Yeah, it
Was
was
it?
on. It was on the
I thought
Dreamcast.
it was on
Ah,
PlayStation.
you can emulate it. Not
Yeah.
that we recommend emulating.
Oh.
it.
Yeah, but it's been a long time, and
been a
when
long
you
time.
when you bring this out, people are just like, thank God it's a prequel.
Yes, true.
But maybe that's why they did a prequel,
Yeah, to bring new people in. That's actually why they made prequels.
and
to
then
bring new
suddenly
people
they
in.
can bring in the first one in.
Can
and
do
it
it.
would make
Remaster.
sense.
But
yeah.
I would so much rather see creative dollars being spent on new projects rather than remaking old projects.
yeah.
That's
Just
true.
personally.
But I don't know. I
So
like
this
it.
was a character from the first one, right?
Yeah.
They show here with this big Thanos' ship comes in here.
It just okay. That ship kind of took me off guard. I was just like, "Whoa, what is that? What just happened there?"
It's
I was
like
so
the
confused.
Kraken.
And then suddenly she jumps out, and her suit just like on. It was like,
Yeah, I was getting Thor Ragnarok vibes. I thought this was like the Valkyrie or whatever coming
yeah,
out.
yeah.
But
But
this
yeah.
looks awesome.
Yeah, this looks amazing. Can't wait to play it.
There was
Yeah.
no release date or anything, but this is just the teaser,
Yeah.
and this is Jade that everyone was going crazy about. As I said, the plot twist that everyone kind of already expected, and she looks really,
but now that it's
really
confirmed,
cool.
I think people will get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so what do you guys think? Did you guys want to see more Beyond Good and Evil?
Yeah,
Were
I
you
want to.
guys hoping like, okay, if you guys could give like kind of like, a due date of when this game comes out, do you think it'll be anytime soon?
It feels like it's about 2 years off from now.
Yeah.
2 years off.
2020 seems like a
I'd
nice
roll with
date.
that.
I
Yeah.
feel like it won't be 2 years because of the initiative of
Mm.
collaboration
Yeah,
with the
still, I
artists
think that
and
would take-
stuff.
yeah.
That would take a lot of time,
Yeah.
and you know,
Mm.
and it's also really cool about the collaboration, the hit records, is because that each artist that collabs or gets contribute, they actually get
Mm.
compensated very
Yeah.
fairly, and I think that's a good way of working
Yeah,
with
but
the
I-
community.
It's
It's
a
like-
nice project.
It's a nice project. Like if I want my music to be in the game, I can just, hey, this is my music.
It's
try
Yeah.
funny
to-
because like Valve do this with their own games,
Mm.
where they get people to submit content, and if they use it, you get commission. So it's interesting if this then comes into the normal publishing world,
Yeah.
where developers are like, "Hey, we can't compete with the talent of whatever 8 billion people.
Right.
Let's just hire them." all."
Hire them, yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, this is pretty cool as well.
Mm.
I like that, and also what I like is that it kind of brings the community closer. Like, oh, we love this so much. We actually want to give our thoughts, and it's being considered. It doesn't feel like their voices are falling on
Yeah.
deaf ears.
Mm.
So before we move on to the next one, let's catch up with Z comments. So here we go. We have the Chen
Freak of nature.
Freak of Nature,
EG.
EG. It's literally just dance. Okay, fair enough. And then he also said that Ubisoft was 4 or 5 for me.
Yeah, it was about an 8
Yeah,
out of 10. for me
loving
as
their
well.
lineup. I'm not a console player, so I can't compare Sony versus
Mm.
Microsoft. Okay, that's fair enough. Ubisoft as well 4 over 5 for me personally. It wasn't just about their lineup. Personally, their whole show was done.
Yeah,
Very,
really well.
very
I
well.
love all the trailers that they show, and the pacing was like perfect.
Yep. Okay. Okay, next up, let's move on to Skull and Bones. This is from Ubisoft Singapore, which is our neighbor, Southeast Asian Pride. Okay,
South Asian Pride.
really happy about this one because everyone's saying it had like a black flag
Black flag kind of thing.
kind of thing going on, and it's just straight up going because like you guys are saying, like when you guys were playing that, you guys rather just go on the ship and just start.
Yeah,
you
because
Yeah.
and I like that they just extracted it out of the game and then make it a full-fledged game. I thought
Right.
it was cool.
What do you like most about this game so far, from what you can see?
And the main selling point, I think, is the whole naval combat.
Right.
It's very addictive. I don't know. It's just me. Yeah, it's very addictive.
Look, it's so much fun. In fact,
Yeah.
when you play Black Flag, the
Right.
worst things in that game is when you have to do Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just wanna
really?
get
In
back
an
to your
Assassin's
ship.
Creed game,
Yeah.
you don't want to do assassin stuff.
You want to
You
do
do
the
pirate
pirate
stuff,
stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's rather funny. And because the thing is, like, what I'm scared of about this game is like how repetitive it can get. Sea of Thieves had that. It was good for a week, and after people like, oh, there's nothing.
Sea of
else to do,
Thieves was
that's it.
good for about 40 minutes.
But that was different.
And then you just
Yeah.
realize
Sea
there's
of
nothing
Thieves-
else to
yeah.
do. Chen Yuji, but I see you, Yuji. I see you. Don't worry. Twitch chat's much faster than Facebook chat, by the way, guys. We
Yeah.
see it instantly. Facebook takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so if you guys want to, kind of like follow us better, I
on
recommend you
Twitch.
guys just tune into Twitch, which is IGNC. Okay, so what are you guys looking forward to most, other than kind of like looting and doing the flag stuff? What do you guys want to see in this game?
I want to take down ships with my friends.
Aw.
Yes,
Sam,
he
it's so
said he
genuine.
has friends who have money
But
now.
I
Sam,
have friends with money now.
your friends.
Yeah, my friends.
Which ones?
I have a few.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
few that
Picked
I
up
can.
a couple on the
Are
way.
you
pick up a couple
guys
of copies.
friends with money?
No, none of these people are friends with
Are
money.
you guys his friends with money?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
That's what they all say.
I want to see what else is there to do, because we know this is like essentially they saw, hey, people love that Black Flag pirate stuff.
Yeah,
Let's just make a game with that.
yeah.
I want to see what they then complement that with. Is this just going to be a pure multiplayer experience?
Probably. You just like grind, make a bigger ship, and then try to take down.
We'll see. We'll see. That's what I want to know. I want to see what else they pad this world with, because obviously they don't want to make something with such a short life cycle. I'm sure they'd like to get a bit of
Yeah.
an environment going where they can make some few DLC and some microtransactions.
They
in
did
there.
show off like that in the beginning. They did show off like how do you buy your ships and all. Like
True.
Yeah.
it's not just in sea; you can go on land as well.
Got a bit of a hub.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this
that's-
boarding part,
Oh, they
I wish we
mentioned-
can fight instead of like cutscenes like this.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
also mentioned that there was gonna be a hidden pirate kind of like place. Like, what is it called
Hidden
again?
pirate place.
We'll just say it's called Pirates Bay.
Okay, yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just say that.
That's where like, all the players are.
Yarr.
It's kind of like their social hub, you know.
Yes, the pirates call it the social hub.
Yeah,
They
obviously the
hang
pirates
out
will call
for
you.
a
Yes.
beverage.
I'm just saying like. I didn't say it was, but you know what? You do you, Dane.
Okay.
Freaking Dane. All right, next up, let's talk about For Honor Marching Fire. Freddy was going crazy at this. He was like, "Yes, my people."
Whoa, whoa,
My people.
your people.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so about this one, there's gonna be a DLC featuring the Wulin fighters. There's
That's
gonna
right.
be four fighters four fighters total, each with their own backstory and name. Okay, and the thing is, they're not the usual, like, you know, when you played For Honor before, it's like kind of like heavy attack, light attack, and then you have your shield, you know, kind of thing. This time the weapons look different. They have different more variety of weapons, and also, might I add, the trailer looks absolutely, check it out,
Amazing. Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah. This year's Ubisoft's trailer are, like, very amazing.
They actually
like, just
took
look
time
at it.
for
Yeah,
it.
but
Yeah.
Ubisoft's problem is never what they show. It's
Yeah,
when,
that's
it's when
true.
the games come out.
That's the thing
But
about
they have
Right.
good reputations on trailer.
yeah, but that's what I was really upset about. It's like, you know, like For Honor, like, it was really, really hyped out. They were giving, like, you know, it was quite expensive game too. You come in, you play for like a day, and you're like, okay, that's it. That's
Oh
it.
my goodness! I remember watching one of my favorite streamers who's a Dota player,
Yeah,
and I think it was sponsored, but he played some For Honor,
yeah.
and I was like, it's super boring to watch, and then they had so many
Yeah.
DC issues.
Yeah.
What happens so often on these games is they screw it up on launch, especially when it's online.
Yeah.
They fix it after a year,
Yeah.
but there's no one playing anymore. So
Yeah,
this
but
is the second push.
This is like kind of like, it's kind of like you kind of like have a chance one more time to make a community again, you know?
Here they come.
yeah, and this is when you notice. See how awesome all the characters look. They have 1, 2, 3, and 4 characters total.
Now, after you said it, now it just looks like Freddy's people.
What the hell is
He
going
took
on?
it one more step.
No, it's just the way you planted it in my head. And then I cannot see them as Wulin anymore.
Yeah,
Like
Dynasty Warrior For Honor. Yeah, a good comparison for sure. But the thing is, like, I'm just really hoping that I heard that they added another feature in, which is the 4v4 Castle Siege is
Castle
called,
Siege.
which is quite interesting as well.
Is it like capture the flag kind of thing?
Mm,
It sounds
Siege the castle.
it's attack
the
the
point.
point. Okay, it's called Attack the Point, and that's actually kind of cool.
such a destroy.
Which is nice, because to me before this, it
Mm.
was, you know, it's a good game. It just lacked content, and people just didn't care about it. They tried
Mm.
it. They're like, okay, we did everything. That's it. We out. You know, and let's just hope that this will bring people come back as well. Another thing they are trying to do is to bring in more players. So from this week, I think until the 18th of June, this game, if you download it for free, and it's yours forever. Just the standard PC edition.
starter
It
edition.
is our PC starter edition. So if you guys want to try out the Wulin fighters, I think it's about $60.
I think they were successful. I
Yeah.
downloaded it right after.
$60 to get that pack.
No, not sure. I can't remember. I
I
think
don't-
If
I
it's
may
$60
have
US.
I may have mixed it up with another game, because personally for me, I wouldn't get it because I actually paid money for the main game, and now it's free,
Oh,
and
I'm
you know, it
sorry.
kind of feels like
I'm so sorry.
it feels kind of bad now seeing
Yeah.
it. Okay.
I did download it right after. And then I don't know if you guys were laggy just now
Yeah.
on the internet, but I downloaded it right off the bat.
All right, now let's go to Sam's favorite game, which is Assassin's Creed.
What are these
Odyssey.
assumptions? But yeah, that's true. It's my favorite game. It's my
Okay.
favorite franchise. I love it to death.
Yeah.
There were technical difficulties in a few games, but
The few games.
A few games.
just
I mean,
a few
everyone
games.
said that Black Flag was the best one. So just so you guys know, this
Mm.
game Odyssey takes place 400 years before
Origins.
Okay, which means it is a prequel to everything. And
So it's the origin of origin.
yes, and then also you should understand this game also has a combat tree kind of thing going on, kind of like God of War.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to see, and this is like I think the least stealthy Assassin's Creed I've ever seen.
I've just noticed the borders, the blues are super blue, the reds are super, and the green is so great. This reminds me of
It's
Age of
very
Empires.
it's very, very vibrant, and you know,
It's
I
good.
think it's good because the thing is, when you see, you know, these kind of like settings, they're always very vibrant.
Yeah.
They've always been very colorful, and you know what's cool about this one is like not only are you stuck onto like one linear kind of storyline, even though it's an open world, you get to choose your
How
end.
you want to do it.
Yeah, you get to choose how you want to. You can either play as, you know, help Athens,
Mm.
or you can either help Sparta. And not only that, you get to choose who you want to play as. You get to play as Alexio or Alessio. I can't really pronounce his name. Alexio. You get to play as Alexio or Cassandra.
Cassandra.
In the what do you call this? In the
Cassandra with a K.
Cassandra with a K. But in the gameplay, you try out as Cassandra. What do you guys think? About all these changes. Like for you personally, you played stealthy, stealthy kinds of Assassin's Creed. What makes this one different, and would you like it?
From what I saw, it was beautiful. I think I would really enjoy this over Origins. I didn't finish Origins because I don't know, it wasn't that optimized for PC.
Okay.
But I did enjoy from what I've played. But this one, I'm sure I cannot. I'm sure it's a bit more unoptimized.
I wish we had the clip of Sam saying "Wow" when he loaded into Assassin's Creed Origins the first time.
But yeah, I think it's a good departure from the series. From the first game to the last one to Origins, you see how they evolve from a slow game to like a really fast-paced game.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know, something after Syndicate, I was thinking how can they make like all this climbing faster and all, and then Origins was a step back because the climbing and all were a bit slow, but the game itself was faster, which I think it's fair. And it's not an Assassin's Creed game for me. It feels like it can be a new IP.
Yeah, everyone was saying that actually. They were saying like, why bring this into Assassin's Creed when it could be a new IP, because it's not very assassin-like, and people were more asking for Ezio's storyline. But what
Ezio is done. We can all lay him to rest. I think he's a bit too overrated.
Yeah,
he is the best in all, but we don't need his story anymore. He's concluded. He should sit there perfectly fine.
A lot of fanboys will burn you for that comment. I can already tell. Okay, Dane, what do you think?
Looks good. Again, the test with Ubisoft is how it is on launch. Hopefully, as Sam says, it's a bit more optimized.
For
He
PC.
doesn't have high hopes, and neither do I. I don't know. The Assassin's Creed games are such a weird mix of like, they should be so fun.
Yeah.
But something about you get in, it's a whole new world, whole new things, and then you get in, it's like, okay, follow this guy without being noticed for 15 minutes, and that's when it gets to me like, this again, gosh.
But Origins kind of fixed that issue anymore. It's not very like follow this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this one, I don't know. They didn't show off anything that's like follow this, follow that.
Yeah. It seems like this game is gonna have a lot of conversation, and their faces are still a little bit. I guess they're not done with it yet, but I wish they would. Like their lips are done very well, but it's just the upper side of the face. Their eyes are like dead.
Bit of the crazy face going on.
Yeah, like it's like everything looks wrong.
That's fine. It reminds me that it's a video game.
Yeah.
No, gosh, I don't.
Okay, so before we move on, let's look at the chats one more time. We have Trilobits.
Shouldn't make this 300.
We should make this game called 300. I mean,
Wasn't there already?
It doesn't have the art style,
yeah,
but it does have Sparta.
It does have Sparta.
Those greens wouldn't be so green if Zack Snyder had a hand in making this.
The greens will just
be
like
gray or brown.
Yeah. Okay. Also now on Facebook we have Chen Yiji. Hello there, Dane, Mr. Dane Whedon. And then he also said they decided to wear the Ring of Mordor.
Dane?
No, of course me not. I mean when Frodo came out.
Oh, yeah, I get it. And then CH, hi Dane, I am your big fans.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, now we also have Ridza Amir. My list, I want to see Metroid 4, Bayonetta 3, new Pokemon Let's Go gameplay, announcement of a new Zelda game. Don't we all, buddy? But we will get into that in just a little while. And now, Amzar Yusuf, what's with the pirate game?
What was the pirate game's name again?
Game's name. It's called Skull and Bones.
Mihadi?
Yeah. Okay, and then we have Satya pinning it, Halo, and yep, that's it. Okay, let's move on now. After this, we're done with Ubisoft entirely. I think I definitely 9 out of 10. It was really, really good. Actually, one of my favorite conferences, and it was very well. It was very well done. It had really good flow. They paced everything very well. No awkward conferences. God bless. And it didn't take too much time. It was just nice. It was like 1 minute. 1 hour and about 20 minutes or so.
About there, yeah.
Yeah, about there.
I'll just say I enjoy Ubisoft's conference more than Sony.
What?
Just a little bit. Because, I don't know, just Sony was so slow.
Sony was weird.
But yeah, this is not my topic. But I'm just have to say Sony was a bit too slow.
Okay.
Ubisoft was...
Get in your salt while you can, Sam. We gotta go, bud.
Okay, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
professional Ubisoft
Ubisoft
dude.
expert here.
Yeah, as well as Dane Whedon.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for that professional what?
Okay, I'm sorry, Dane Whedon.
Okay.
Right, thank you so much.
Thank you. And now we have 2 new challenges here for the
Challenges.
Sony con. We have
Ubisoft is the best.
stop. We have Alzheimer as well as Matthew.
Hello?
Why am I like sandwiched between 2 IGN t-shirts again?
Why are you not wearing an IGN
Which
t-shirt?
winning, yo?
Because the t-shirt's too big for me. Okay, so right now we are going to the last one from yesterday, which is Sony. It came at 9 a.m. And you know, everyone was pretty anticipated. Everyone was hyped out about it. Do you think the hype was deserving?
I think it was because like the way they hyped it up, like the pre-E3 countdown, it was so good. But I feel like the delivery was a little bit lackluster. It didn't live up to my expectations.
I completely agree. I think the new structure they do, where they reveal the 4 games, it's
Yeah.
a little detrimental to their whole presentation.
I mean, personally, for me, I think if you were there, it would have been
No.
it would have been great.
No, but the thing is that there were people who were there and tweeted it,
Yeah.
and they said that it was such a turn
Hassle.
off, such a hassle that you
Yeah.
need to walk by. But that being said, it was a really nice setup, right?
Yeah, it
we saw
was.
the Last of Us. We were all wondering, what's this stage? This whole cowboy thing
Yeah,
is
I
like
was
so
just-
weird,
I was
right?
wondering like why it looked kind of like a wedding. But yeah, speaking of The Last of Us 2, that was the
The first.
game that kicked off, you know, the whole show. But before that, let's talk about the highlights. Okay, so we all know there were about 2-3 tents. I cannot really tell how many tents, but I know that there was a tent for Ghost of Tsushima, and there was also a tent personally for The Last of Us. So
Let's just look at this. Like,
yeah, so
oh my
you start off the show, you know, we're all in there, and then we go straight into, you know, The Last of Us.
Yeah, with the first cinematic,
They kind of like
right?
just push you into the world. I guess that's what they want to do with immersion. And then you see, you know, like a more happy, grown up, you know,
Oh, this-
Ellie. And then you move
Beautiful.
to the most
Oh
beautiful
my
game
God.
Look at that.
ever.
This is a PS4 buying game.
yeah,
That's for sure, yo.
yeah.
That's what Microsoft
If you haven't bought PlayStation 4, you see the games like, yeah, I'm gonna buy
That's
it.
in
Yeah.
game, by the way.
Yeah,
And
that's another
then
one.
Project 7 got revealed. It was actually called Control, which
Control.
everyone thought was going to be Quantum Break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also to say Quantum Leap again. I forgot. Okay. And then after that, we
This
have
was the hype.
Resident
Yeah, this
Evil
one was
2
dope.
came out of nowhere. We
Wow.
had an idea, but we didn't expect it to actually be there. It was like, whoa,
We
okay.
hoped for it.
The most iconic game,
Mhm.
the most iconic horror zombie game is back. And this is happening. Okay, this one was cringe.
You like this? I thought you liked Buff Guy.
Bath guy is the guy we deserve, but definitely not we want to see all the time. I mean, it was a little bit weird when he just died.
Yeah, it's a little.
It kind of caught me
Unconventional.
off guard. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, it's,
Jack Sparrow.
It's Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a new reveal of a new world, which is the Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as a little bit more extra, tiny bit extra in
Yeah,
the
they revealed the
trailer.
limited edition. Some more.
Yep, and then some limited edition stuff.
Death
and then
Stranding.
Death Stranding
First gameplay.
finally. We got what we wanted, which is the first gameplay, as well as the reveal of 2 new characters, which we don't really understand. The thing is, the more we watch Death Stranding, the more we get confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just no answers.
This one
Yeah.
was a surprise for me.
And that's what I was not expecting.
Yeah.
Neo 2. I thought when Neo ended, it was just going to be just Neo, like a standalone
or at
kind of
least
thing.
some more DLC. But this is a whole sequel.
Yep, this is a whole sequel. They weren't playing. PlayStation bought their A game. They were just going to throw us. They're like, you know what? It's Christmas. We're just going to give you this. Okay, so this one, I think it was called
Derasi.
Derasi?
a French word.
I didn't really understand what was going on. It's a VR game, but to me, the graphics were just nothing too crazy.
This one.
Okay,
This one
Spider-Man.
looks
Everyone loved
good.
this. Everyone was going crazy. The game looks great. It looks very good. With the also five I think
It was
five
4.
4 or 5 new villains confirmed, which
Yeah.
we'll get to in a little bit. So overall, the big 4 was revealed in a very, very good way. You know, okay, not in a good way lah. I mean, for you guys to say it was lackluster. They tried to do the whole storytelling element,
Yeah.
immersiveness, but it didn't really go through.
I mean, we should just look at the whole presentation from the start, right? They started with this guy playing the banjo.
The
I
banjo
think.
took too long.
It was
for me.
a
forgot
bit,
about
maybe
that.
like 2.5 minutes too long. Maybe like
Yeah.
a 30-second snippet was enough. Like
Yeah.
it had that feel. It was good, and then the transition was so good.
Yeah.
Everyone was like wondering the lights, and then you changed to in game.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
lights went off, and then you were in this place.
Yes.
This place in the game
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
is where the game starts.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if it starts, but you were there.
Yeah.
And then it starts off very, very like we already know from the DLC that Ellie is not straight.
Mhm,
And
yeah.
then like, you know, they want to say, hey, you know what? Let's reiterate that to people who don't play the DLC. Here, Ellie. This is Ellie's origin. This is her storyline. She has a lover,
Love
and then
interest.
like, you know, it's just
She's 19. It's
Yeah,
not really
she's-
origin.
yeah,
This is not
yeah.
her.
yeah,
It's-
she's 19
yeah.
now.
Her love interest is
Yeah.
Dina.
So this part she was very peaceful. She was very happy.
Mhm.
And then suddenly, pop, cut.
Yeah.
She was not peaceful anymore.
Cuts right into gameplay. somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's straight into gameplay. All right, see, and honestly, to me, this kind of like cutscene right here,
Yeah.
the kissing scene, is actually one of the most realistic kissing scenes I have ever
In a
seen
video game?
in a video game
Yeah.
so far. It doesn't look like two people's faces just smushing
Yeah.
awkwardly. See, they actually took care into this, you
I
know.
wonder how much time they spent on that.
Just
She had
thought it
2
was so
actors.
awkward.
Good research.
Yeah, and then see, and then Sally, pop. She is in the midst of
She's killing
Murdering
someone.
someone.
murdering
I
someone.
think this is a flashback though. Like it was in the trailer. It was flashback.
No, I think
I
it's a,
think
it's a
it's-
forward.
I-
Oh, flash forward.
Flash forward. So this is what's happening right now, okay? And then you see her just skulking around the forest, and
Yeah,
then
some
you
stealth
get
action.
introduced to the place where, you know, the first trailer happened at.
Was it confirmed?
No. Like if you look, like it kind of looked like it, not confirmed,
Yeah.
but it looks
It's like
exactly.
similar
Similar, so
scene,
you
but
kinda-
I don't think it's the exact
The,
same
the
scene from the
gameplay
trailer.
looks so good.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
one thing is, throughout this whole trailer, except for the beginning 10 seconds, your heart was like constantly beating, pop, pop, pop. Because it's so like on, it keeps you on your feet.
It's terrifying, and the AI is very different, which you will see later.
Look
They
at her like crawling down under
okay,
the
so
growth.
the ferns are just so beautifully made, of course, one
Yeah.
by one, and it kind of reminds you of Horizon Zero Dawn, kind of like
Yeah.
when you hide in the grass.
I wouldn't be
Mm.
surprised if they
Yeah.
share technology there.
Yeah,
Yep, that's true.
it was like very nice. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
The
You know?
stealth mechanics have completely changed since the last game.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated, and you actually have to be more aware.
It feels
For
more
sure.
in depth, and you're more immersed into it.
Like you are actually.
You're not just hiding behind a table anymore.
Yeah, you are actually Ellie. We are
Yeah.
all Ellie, and we are all sneaking with her. Okay, and the thing is, like this game's AI went very very well. Like if you go forward later, if you can see right, like the bad guys actually react to finding you,
Yeah,
and they actually react to actually pulling out, as opposed to like Tomb Raider.
Mm,
where
yeah.
they found the body.
yeah, it was
They-
like stop.
Yeah.
There's a body.
That's
here.
a body. I just talked to him like 2 seconds ago, but suddenly he's down. It's all fine.
Yeah.
But look at this. This was the part where Ellie actually interacted with the AI. It felt so intense. Like when I was watching it, it just my heart kept constantly beat. Like I felt like Ellie was in danger. Like I was Ellie. at that
And
time.
what I liked about it as well, it's like when you get hit, it's not like you
Uh-huh.
get hit. You actually have to pull out
the
the
arrow to
arrow.
refill. Look at this.
Yeah.
But I think that's just part of the trailer. What's
Oh,
interesting?
that's gameplay.
Yeah. What's interesting is that the NPCs, the enemies, they all communicate with each other. They don't just act individually.
Yeah.
They all work as a team.
I think the AI makes the game really good.
That's actually quite scary. Okay, let's just watch it. Like I'm watching here, and I'm actually scared for Ellie.
It feels so like
It's
yeah,
like-
it's so immersive.
Yeah, if you mess up, then you are actually gonna mess up.
Yeah,
You-
for sure.
there's
You're
no-
gonna have to react properly,
yeah.
and it's not gonna be as easy as just running away
I
and
felt
hiding
like
in a corner.
Last of Us 1 was actually quite terrifying to me already,
And
as
then
it
here's
is.
some
You know?
combat. You see,
Ah.
she's running away. Even
Yeah.
this, it looks so like you're actually in danger.
Yeah,
Oh my god, get the hell out of there!
momentum
Please
is
run,
really-
please run,
But
please run.
she's not a character in a game. She's an actual person.
Yeah.
Okay, so this part was terrifying. Okay, see now, they saw her. They're like, okay, let's hide.
You know,
Then-
she would be a good
Switches
player in
weapon.
PUBG, hiding
Yeah.
in ferns.
So like, you know, she's hiding, and then like you see that they all working together. Like, okay,
Like, oh, she's not here, guys. She's not here. Clear it, clear it, clear.
yeah.
It's really good.
Okay,
she
so
climbs
this
under?
Oh, this
okay,
one.
this is the part where, you know, I got kind of scared of. Like usually, like say in Outlast 2 when you're hiding under the bed,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
grab you out and that's it,
Uh-huh,
right?
yeah.
But see how
She-
she reacts when she finds her. Okay?
She gets the gun. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Even now, we're like so intense.
I'm so scared.
Like, oh my
Like,
gosh.
you know,
Oh,
you see
so
she
yeah,
actually checks.
They actually check under the cars.
and then they tell her like, okay, that's clear.
So
they
you
won't
know
go
that
back
she's
to
gonna
her.
check under the car, so you want your gun ready,
Yeah.
and then you're like when she checks.
Okay, just watch. She
Bam.
actually gets surprised.
Right in the face. Wow.
Oh yeah.
But you see the indicator means
Yeah.
that somebody else knows you're there.
Yeah.
And you get pulled out immediately. And that
Exactly,
itself, and you have keys to smash. I like this concept of like just using keys to try and free yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not just another cutscene, right? You're
Yeah.
in that. You are in that situation. You shoot them, then you run away. Now continue this game. This whole trailer, this whole gameplay, constantly, non-stop high intensity.
The
I-
gunplay also looks a lot more controlled.
Yeah.
But it's not much difference there, I can tell.
Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, as I said, this game, it looks like a lot of potential. We're very, very happy to see this. But what I am scared of is that, suddenly, we're having this idea that the AI is this good or something. And then suddenly it's just like part of the cutscene.
But-
And I would be very, very sad.
The combat itself looks like they took a lot from God of War.
Yeah.
It
a
does,
lot of force
actually.
and a lot of more momentum behind each hit.
And then, it's just like you can actually from up there kind of like time. Like who you want to go? Not time how you want to go for. Like there's 3 people.
Yeah.
You jump down, and you can quickly just go jump to the other person
Mm.
and just kill. You know what I'm trying to say? It's no longer like in Last of Us 1, you have to deal with them one by one.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
one.
that's true.
You-
This one, it feels like you're dealing them in a group, and it's more dangerous,
Yeah.
and you're more like I keep using the word, but it's so immersive.
Yeah, it is immersive. You actually feel like the fight or flight kind of feel is definitely there. Okay, so that was a very strong start.
Yeah.
And then after that, they moved, which I didn't really like because like
And-
the move
yeah.
took like about 5-10 minutes,
Yeah.
which
It
was
really-
the intermission.
It really killed the momentum.
Yeah, it killed the momentum because of the move. I think that they could have done like just one big tent and then just like made it better.
I understand the concept because The Last of Us Part 2 is their flagship game. They
Yeah.
want to go all out, and
Yeah.
when we were watching it, it made total sense for
Yeah.
that move. But the moving just took way too. It felt like they didn't think of the logistics true.
Yeah.
But
They,
But
they
the one-
did. They,
yeah,
they
they-
definitely did. They had rehearsed this hundreds of times. I
Yeah.
just think they really wanted that Last of Us setting.
okay, and then after going into Ghost of Tsushima, starting off
Ooh,
was
this
a
is it.
man playing like a flute or something like
yeah.
that.
Another music
I
start.
forgot
Another
about
music
that too.
start, and I felt that's a little bit too draggy, but they definitely did bring the islands of Tsushima
Look at how.
live. And then suddenly you are pushed into this game.
Ah.
It was Tsushima, we didn't really know anything about it.
Mhm.
And then they just gave us a full course meal of what the game is about. So you notice there's a horseback riding,
Mhm.
there's
It's
of course,
definitely Witcher vibes, right?
Witcher vibes, yes,
Yeah.
and then like they really were showing off like, hey, look at this world we have built.
Yeah.
That's
It
true. That's
is-
true.
It was comprehensive, and we took a lot of effort into making it as historically accurate as possible.
And
Okay.
Sucker Punch's previous games have all taken place in like urban environments and cities.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing an actual like jungle forest, and it's beautiful, man. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
So seeing this, you have this kind of like I like the combat. Like the whole one breath, one blade kind
Yeah,
of
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
thing.
That's just a beginning, like an opening move.
Yeah,
like
that
probably
was
an unlockable skill or something.
that would be really cool. But I think that I don't know if
Bam.
you
You
noticed.
notice that he
Oh.
dies immediately as well,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's more of like timing as well.
Mhm.
Like if say you don't time it well, the guy just it's just that.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a I'd say normal hack and slash gameplay right here.
Yeah.
Just a lot of slashing and cover. I mean, and blocking. You're
Yeah.
holding probably the R1 button where
Yeah.
you hold your sword up in front of his face, and then there's parrying, of
Oh
course.
my
I like
God,
that.
it's so
If you
compulsory.
parry on time, you
Mhm.
get that slow mo, which means that you have an advantage over them.
Yeah, you have time to block, and the one thing I like is that there's no health bars.
No
no,
UI.
there's no UI. Yeah,
there's no UI, yeah, but
It-
I
That's just
hope-
for the trailer. That's
I
just for the
hope
trailer.
that they don't have to keep this element because it's
I
more
like
realistic.
Mm.
they just like from the
It's
top.
probably an option in the options, but
Oh,
Yeah.
look at this.
And
This
then
was
this one, this is your friend, you Masako, I think her name was.
mhm.
And then
Mm.
she, she's a bowman, and then she ends up like just giving up, saying, you know what?
yeah, it's cool to know if you watch his friend.
Yeah,
She switches between stances from low to medium to high.
yeah,
A similar gameplay mechanic from Neo, which really changes up the dynamics.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can see it right
Yeah,
now.
she
She's high.
switches from up
Yep.
to low. Your Jin, the main character, he doesn't have that stance so far. He has a more open stance. I
Yep.
believe they just didn't want to show it yet.
yeah.
They didn't want to introduce the stance, but from the NPC, I can tell that that's going to be a huge gameplay
That's true.
factor.
That's a very good catch.
Yep. I thought that was very cool. I thought that this whole game felt like a movie, and I really hope that for this whole game, you have the ability to kind of like hide your UI,
Yeah.
or maybe make it a little bit more transparent. Even that, I will be really
Because
happy.
the game is so beautiful that you just want to see the whole of it. I really hope that the final gameplay it feels as polished as what we
It's-
saw.
It's a moving
it's a definitely great
movie.
reveal. Yeah.
It's a movie you can control.
Yeah.
But do you guys think that this game will be very linear, or do you guys
No,
think it
it's
will
complete
be
open world. Confirmed.
Yep, Okay.
it's open world.
RPG.
open
confirmed.
world RPG? Do you think that the storyline is like consequential, or just like one kind of ending kind of?
No, they actually confirmed that this game is really heavily based on exploration. So
Right.
as a character, if you explore more,
yeah.
your maybe you have more advantage. But what the developer said that was, if you explore, you get more information about the island, you
Yeah.
have more advantages. So that could be a very different aspect of the game.
All right. So before we go, let's go and check out some comments. We have wait, what happened? Okay. Everyone's just asking about Alzheimer freaking
He's here.
He's
right here, guys.
Okay,
I came
there's
back
no
for
need
y'all.
to ask for you. All right, and then we also have Trilobits. This looks like a samurai movie. It actually is, as I said. It's a.
I'm so excited.
I
man.
am.
Yeah.
I
A
actually.
playable samurai movie.
Like, you know, I thought like The Last of Us 2 will just like win me. I'm actually like kind of saying like, you know, actually that game's winning me more than The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, they definitely been watching a lot of Kurosawa movies.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. And then Freak of Nature cast, kind of like God of War.
Yeah.
Robo Samurai
It has
has arrived. Okay. So next up, this one kind of just like threw us like just like came out of nowhere, just like hit us in the face, and it is the Resident Evil 2 remake.
This was
okay,
hyped.
this was
Mhm.
hyped. This was like we were watching this, and I thought this was like The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were
Overkill.
wondering because there was no title, right? And
Because
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Overkill
Uh-huh.
because it has like the similar sheriff outfit with the TV
Oh
show.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. And then suddenly this guy comes in. You're like, what's going on? And then ba-da-ba-da, it's this guy, Leon.
Yeah,
Leon.
we all expected it. It kind of confirmed with the leaks with the website
Yeah.
before E3,
Yeah.
but I did not expect it to look this good.
That means they blah, 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 blah. They've definitely put a lot of effort and time in this. They've managed to keep it quiet thus far. Like there
Mm.
was a little bit of a leak.
yeah, there was possibilities, but
yeah.
I think everyone was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it was in a good way. It was really good. And you know, someone actually on Twitter have been taking like, you know, comparison shots of the
Oh,
old
yeah, the
game and
original.
this new one, and I was like, wow.
They really went all out.
They
Yeah.
went all out.
I can't
and,
wait.
You know, there was no. I'm just really sad there was no release date because I'm just really eager to play this. But I understand like this kind of effort and time takes a while. And you know, this is one of the most iconic horror zombie games, and you know they can't really afford to mess it up.
Yeah.
There was a massive overhaul gone as well for the combat, I heard, but I don't really know what's going on with it. What do you?
Yeah,
guys
if you compare it to the Resident Evil 1 remake, it's so much different. Resident Evil 1 followed the same like general style.
Right.
It's just much more improved graphics. This one though,
It
it's
seems like new mechanics.
Yeah, it looks like a Resident Evil 8. It could be Resident Evil 8 for all we know, but
No, don't! I will be so sad because I'm still pretty betrayed from Resident Evil 7.
or 6.
7.
7 really.
I never played 6. I heard 6 was bad, so I skipped it altogether.
Okay.
And everyone was saying, oh, 7 is amazing. 7 is the pinnacle of horror games. You know, and then, you know, when I played it and I wasn't scared. It wasn't that amazing. And, you know, I just felt disappointed because that was my introduction to Resident Evil, you know?
Really?
It just feels bad. And now that you already seen all that, let's talk about a game that, you know, everyone talks about since last year. Everyone's going crazy about it, but it went quiet. There was like
Yeah.
it got really, really quiet, and we had some tweets or just some cryptic stuff said by Matt Mickelson, and they're saying like, you know, we need to players from all over the world, from
yeah.
different regions and stuff, and we didn't really understand. Okay, and then they gave us this trailer, which is Death Stranding, and it is looking amazing.
It looks super good.
It looks really good. So what we know so far about this game is that this guy is actually a courier. He's a guy.
He's a delivery man.
He's a
He's a
delivery
delivery
guy.
As his own
Yes.
words, he's a delivery man.
He's a delivery man. He's sending some stuff as well as what they said, the fate of the world in his
Yeah.
hands or
Yeah.
something like
The
that.
incubating baby.
Yeah, which is something really cool. And then you actually see 2 new characters as
This
well.
is the first time they show gameplay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
ever. Like
No
after 2
UI,
years.
no
Mhm,
UI, of course, and I'm really hoping it remains that way because the game is just gorgeous. But the thing is, like, it's just one of those games where you just like watch, like, okay, suddenly this guy's just running through. This is the gameplay. Then what is
That
happening?
didn't
That's it.
make a lot of sense at
Yeah.
the start, right? It's just like
yeah.
it was more like introducing the open world to us.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah.
like, you know, and then suddenly things took a little bit turn. It's like, oh wait, okay. Suddenly there's this cutscene of this invincible footsteps that we'll see in a little bit.
No, handprints.
Oh, handprints,
Handprints.
handprints.
That's
yeah,
from,
yeah,
that's
that's
from
one
the
as well.
past 2 trailers as well.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Invincible handprints. Then you're like,
You're not really sure what exactly it is.
then
you know?
you can't
You can't
ca-
breathe around them. So it's kind of like like a Chinese ghost. Exactly. I was about to say that.
Maybe
Now-
they need that sticker thing. Stick,
Oh, sticker.
stick on that the charm. Stick
like,
on
and
them.
then it's like it just makes you question, like, why is there even an incubated baby? And then someone was saying that the baby is actually his past self.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Freddy said it, and I was just like, how did you get that? Research. Research, he says. Okay, you have 2 new characters here, and as far as I know, is like, maybe, just maybe, this is a fan theory, okay? Like the whole courier thing is the reason why we need help from people from different parts of the world to pass on the item to different people, like basically.
But
Here you see
you can see all the monsters.
Yeah,
right?
the enemies here, they're
They're
invisible but lit up by the torch or whatever.
which
that
was powered by his own baby.
Yeah, well, that's what we assumed because he plugged it
There it
into
is.
the
There it
incubator.
is.
You notice all the strands.
Yeah, and it looks like their own cords, but then he gets caught. We're not really
Yeah.
sure. Maybe
Yeah.
he breathed. That's why he got caught out. But maybe there's still a little bit of a connection there. Baby still has some cords, and then even the enemies have some cords too.
Maybe, or maybe it's like some kind of Beyond Two Souls thing.
But we should all
Nah.
be thankful for Hideo Kojima to finally give us
Hideo
some gameplay
Kojima
trailer.
Unchained. All right, so that is one of the main Sony announcements.
That was 3 of them.
That was
3
3 of them.
headlining.
Yep, 3 headlines. And then now we are gonna go to Nintendo.
No.
All right.
All right.
What does that
so
mean?
It means that I'm sorry,
No.
Zaim, but we gotta let you
He's
go.
the main guy.
It's a pleasure. I'll be back later though. Don't worry. I'll be
It's
back.
gonna be a free for all later. It's like gonna be a bloodbath. But yeah, we have our main man on Nintendo here, Freddy. Oh, his jacket's coming off. Heavyweight guy coming in. Here we go.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah.
Okay, this is.
Bye.
Why was I gonna say you were Matthew for some reason? Okay, so today we're gonna do Nintendo. Before we start, just to show you guys the schedule, Nintendo will be starting at 12 a.m. GMT +8. That's there for you guys if you guys want to have a look.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to check it out, you guys can go to c.ign.com. We will be streaming that from beginning to end. All right, for all your Nintendo needs, come to us, IGN Southeast Asia. Wow, I should be like your new your new ad person. But anyways, now that we're here, we have a bunch of things that are expected from Nintendo. Look at him, he's like, yeah, he's
It should be
excited.
quite an exciting year because it's been a while that Switch is out, and usually you need like about a year or 2 for a new console to settle down and then when all the titles will come in.
Yeah,
We've been seeing a lot of ports for the last few months,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
not a year.
Yeah.
And that's when I think it's okay for them to have ports because
It's
you want to
good.
make sure that the platform is stable and everything. But I feel like right now it's about a time for them to bring in more original games.
yeah.
I think like the past 2 years they kind of used E3 to introduce the Switch a little bit more and
Yeah.
also to announce a lot of ports, which obviously people are hyped because it's a new console, what kind of games you can get. But now I think it's time for the originals, and I'm so hyped for the first one that we're going to talk about.
Okay, so the first one we're gonna talk about is Super Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Super Smash
I mean,
Bros.
if any of you here are like Smash Bro fan, this is gonna be the best, I think.
Okay, why do you say that?
It's something that people have been asking for a long time. Like when can we see the new Smash Bro? When can we see new Smash Bro? Then
Yeah.
right now, I think Switch is actually a perfect platform because
Yeah.
if we have to see it on the Nintendo platform, I think that Wii is a little bit outdated and
It is
Switch
outdated.
is good for us to see that. So is there a trailer that we can see? Okay. This is the teaser trailer that they teased at, if I'm not mistaken, earlier this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just look. I want to talk about something a little bit on the Switch, but you can see the thing about it is that the Super Smash Bros. They have a really strong community.
Yeah.
Like everyone just wants this game so badly.
This is more in the US though,
Yeah.
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's all in the West, but it's still a big community.
Correct. And this teaser is really interesting because it started off with Splatoon.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, what's going on? So
Yeah.
we all of us just thought that, okay, it's just another DLC or whatever.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
Bam.
Boom,
Where's the
boom,
logo?
boom.
Give me that sun.
tons of reaction video on the internet.
There
where
it
everybody
is.
just go like, wait, what?
What
and
is
then
that?
you see the
The
reflection.
logo. There it is, the Super Smash Bros. logo.
Bam!
Oh my god, this was hype. And
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of theories that Nintendo might actually release a customized controller
Yeah.
for this game.
Right.
Because people they go hardcore for this game. They have their own controllers, GameCubes, or whatever that is. So they might actually, in conjunction with the Super Smash Bros. Release, they might release a pro
Okay.
controller for the game.
Ooh, a pro
Yeah.
controller.
For those who are not familiar, it means it is actually a cross. I would say, a fighting game that will have a lot of different characters, and of course most of them are Nintendo IP.
Yeah.
So you have characters like Bayonetta, you have like Mario, you have Captain Falcon. You have so many like Donkey Kong and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and they all come together and they just brawl. How
Yeah.
cool is that? Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome. I'm not too familiar with the Nintendo side, so this is why I have the two experts here today. Okay, so next up, we're gonna go talk about Yoshi for Switch. I have a feeling this game is gonna be super adorable. This was already teased before, and you
Yeah.
know, it's nice to see. I'm really hoping to see this again this year because last year they didn't show us anything more than
It's so
just a
cute.
tease.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a nice platform.
We know that it will be a platformer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, to what extent they will push it? Is it gonna be like a Super Mario Odyssey way, where they will like turn into like a 2.5D or 3D, or
Yeah.
is it just gonna be like this?
I think it's gonna be a pure platformer because Yoshi's has always been a pure platform. Because
I
you see
agree as
Mario, they have Mario World, which like kind of had 3D a little
Yeah.
bit. So you kind of accept that, okay, Mario Odyssey with this, but Yoshi, ever since I know it, you know, Yoshi's actually my favorite character of all time.
right?
So I know Yoshi. I know my Yoshi. Okay, you can't
Okay.
beat me
You
there.
identify yourself as Yoshi, is it?
No,
Not,
No.
not Luigi.
no.
Anyway,
what was that? No.
Here we
But
go.
basically,
Here,
yes,
here
yes,
we go.
I
Here
have
we
a
go.
Yoshi.
Here we go.
look at how cute this is. You know, I actually have the huge Yoshi doll back at home.
Okay.
No, but back to the game. You see the render of and the background, the textures.
It's so
they're,
nice.
they're actually embedding with real items. So
Yeah.
it looks really nice. So it's like you see the 3D and the what call that the real life texture. It just meshes really well.
You know, you would have thought the first time that this game actually made for kids, but I think it goes further than that because the puzzles and the game, it does actually kind of get, you know, quite hard.
Yeah.
I think what it is more lighthearted. It's
Correct.
more
Yeah.
fun, and which I really, really like because nowadays games do tend to be a little
bit
bit
too
more
hardcore.
Yeah.
serious.
And
this
it's confirmed that it will be out this year, but when we're not sure. And then
Right.
for Nintendo Switch, we of course do need some time for it to
Yeah.
come out. And I think it's definitely something that we will expect later
Yeah.
at 12 a.m. if you're up for it to catch the press con.
It's a little bit earlier today, so I think a lot of us might still be up to
Yeah.
catch it.
And I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna be too long because Nintendo is usually pre-recorded.
Yep.
So it's gonna be about 45 minutes to an hour. So if you are a Nintendo fan, do stay up.
All right, now let's check out the thing that just came out and everyone is talking about, which is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which I am really really eager about. So in the beginning, everyone was going crazy about Pokemon Go. They were excited. They played it for like a
Yep.
week and then they got bored.
Yep.
Okay, and then the thing is because the game was just not never just throw Pokeball.
But
and
there
you
are actually
feel-
still people,
There-
playing.
there
I
is
mean, I
actually.
know tons of people who actually still like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
very
dedicated.
It's very addictive. It's like your kind of like game where you kind of like collect things.
Correct.
And, it's
Yeah.
very fun.
But right now for this
But-
game, you actually have Pikachu that
Follows
You
you
around.
in
Like
a-
basically you can see a relationship between your Pokemon and you. And what I like about this is that the new Pokemon game is an actual Pokemon game, but it integrates with your Pokemon Go.
Yep.
Yep.
Which is really nice. It's kind of like, okay, this is just Pokemon on my phone. What do I do with this? I can't really battle over. You bring it into the game and then you can fight. And then what I like about it as well is that how you can actually like kind of like simulate yourself throwing a Pokeball with your hand. I think that's really cool. Like before this, it was just like a phone. It's like flick your finger.
You can
upward.
kind of use your phone. Like,
I mean, not really.
if you're extreme about it.
And then like also like what I also like about it is that you can go co-op now.
Yep.
Basically like
Yeah.
all your efforts, if you continue playing Pokemon Go, you leveled up everything. It's not in vain. You are basically already ahead, and you can basically play with your friends. You
Yeah.
can fight them, whatever you like, and you can work together to catch your Pokemon.
And the main criticism of Pokemon Go initially was that there was no multiplayer. It was
Yeah.
always a single grind, and then the only multiplayer it had was the raids.
yeah,
And that was about it. So
Yeah.
now this could be the pushing through, going through the next level.
it's
But
kind of like bringing that game to life.
Yeah.
Everyone was
And
saying
you have
like,
the AI element as well. So
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
I like that you have that little controller there. That's
Yeah.
really awesome.
yeah,
And what I like about it more, it's more of like, people were saying, oh, we wish we could live in that Pokemon world. Like, what
And
would
now
it
you
feel
can.
Like? And now you practically
Now
can.
you can. Yeah, I mean, it's no longer just like holding a phone. You have a Pokeball now with you. Yeah,
It's
and,
like
and
you have a
apparently
little
it vibrates. when
Basically-
you catch
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
that is the next level.
Yeah,
there.
You
man.
can actually, it's like as though you actually have your little Pokemon in there.
Correct.
Just play with them.
Yeah.
And you can
Um,
even share your Pokemon out now. You can gift them all
True.
around.
Since we are still talking about Pokemon, this is something quick. There's rumors saying that there will be another core RPG Pokemon
Oh
game.
my god.
Wait,
for
what?
Switch. But it's not confirmed whether they will show it on E3 or not because it's something that will be only releasing next year. So and not to be confused with EV. I mean, let's go EV. Let's go Pokemon.
While we're on that topic, let's go Eevee and Pikachu. Like, you know, they always, when they reveal new, you know, Pokemon games, there's always two versions, like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and stuff like that. So I guess this one is Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. What do you think will be the difference in this one between the two games?
I think it's just Pokemon following you and maybe different legendaries.
Yeah.
Like that's what we see always in the
think
games,
so.
right? So it's different legendaries and maybe, you know, the Let's Go Pikachu, it will be Pikachu following you. Let's Go
Correct.
Eevee will be
I'm
Eevee
not
following
too
you.
sure if you will get like an entirely different storyline.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's gonna be like an open world style in a way. I
Yeah.
mean, so you don't really have like a very narrow linear storyline to
Right.
begin with.
Right.
So that's not something that I would expect. But at the same time, I agree with Matthew that you at most you have is like, you know, a
different starter.
different starter, and that's about it.
Okay, so while we're on the topic, Pikachu or Eevee?
Pikachu. Actually, no. Charmander.
No, there's only Pikachu and Eevee.
Charmander.
You can pick one.
Charizard. So.
See? Sorry, you've lost. Let's move on.
No, I'm actually more of a Snorlax guy. I mean, I
Actually,
myself
my
as
favorite
Snorlax.
my favorite Pokemon is Lugia. How majestic that thing is.
I think you're just a Rattata, so anyway.
Okay, so now
Not even
let's
a
move
Raticate.
on. Okay, I'm gonna end this conversation right here. You guys didn't listen to me. You guys,
Alright.
let's move on. We're talking about Metroid Prime 4. This was teased last year,
Last
and
year.
everyone went crazy. This was like, oh my god, we grew up with this. Oh my god, the feels. Oh my
Probably
god,
not
nostalgia.
you. Probably your dad grew up with it.
Yeah.
I
okay.
didn't.
I had not.
I didn't.
I actually only had the chance to play, if I'm mistaken, the second one, I think.
Mhm.
And even then, I don't think I finished it, and I was really young.
Yeah.
But yeah, Metroid is a series. It's a platformer that is really I would say established its name.
Is it
and-
challenging?
Yes,
It is.
Yes, it is very challenging, and it's one of those that like you can get frustrated, but at the same time, it's beatable.
Right.
It's alright. It's not
Right.
too hard. And why people are excited about it is also because we haven't been seeing it for a while.
Yeah.
And this year they will for sure show you the gameplay at the same time release date and everything.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that this is coming back. I can actually see a lot of dads or even the older generation, you know, sitting in front of the Switch with their younger kids, like, oh, this is what we played when we were young, you know. It kind of like helps with the bridging with the generation gap, which I really love to see, you know.
That's
Yep.
true.
It's just really rare for us to see those kind of things, and it's
Okay.
actually really cool for them to just say, okay, these are what, you know, everyone says, oh, in the old days, that kind of thing. It gives you like kind of like education to the history of gaming.
I think they're stretching
or
it.
something like
Nah,
that.
I don't think. I think it's just a good platformer. It's a love series, like Freddie said, and hopefully, because we saw it last year, I think we'll have a lot more information from this E3.
Okay, let's move on, and now let's talk about Mario Tennis Aces, which Dane actually said he is actually very excited. That's
Yeah.
current like most hyped tennis
And
game out there.
it is actually coming out really soon. If I'm
Mm.
mistaken, it's actually coming out on the 26th of June.
Right.
Literally right
week.
after E3.
A week
So-
after
Right.
E3.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we will be seeing this on E3. I mean, I'm not too sure if it will make an appearance on the during the press conference, but it will definitely be on the floor.
Yeah.
If you're in Los Angeles, if you're lucky, you'll be there and you can play this. And at the
Or you
same
can just
time,
wait a week.
correct. But there's also a chance that they will actually show this trailer again.
Yeah.
If not more tied ups with real professional tennis players.
Real pro players.
Yeah.
But I think all the pro tennis players are busy now because they have a competition going in. But I like this.
You
the
never know. I mean,
mechanics.
you don't need to be there live. You see, you can
That's
just
true.
record
Yeah.
something.
But I like this mechanic. Look at that. Like, there's a lot of small little things that you kind of figure out. Whoa, what's this? What's this? What's that?
yeah.
Oh, it's
to
like
be frank-
extreme tennis.
Yeah.
To be frank, Nintendo always make the best tennis games. I
I-
mean,
Yeah.
from Wii tennis to like Mario tennis aces. Seriously, all these. I mean, if you're a tennis player or if you're not a tennis player but you aspire to be one, this is the game for you.
For me personally, not a big fan of, you know, sports games, but
Sports
maybe
in general.
sports
right?
in
This is so
general.
cute. This is so cute.
But yeah, I
Right.
think it's still really cool that they actually have this, and it's really cool that, you know, if you don't like tennis in your life, you don't want to sweat too much, you don't leave the house, you can. There's always the option of playing it.
Yeah.
You
I,
know,
I wonder
over
whether
there.
this can be an online, like somehow online.
That would be really cool if you can actually play it online. What do you think, Freddie?
I would get it seriously. To be honest, if I, let's say if I'm hosting a party or whatever, right? This is a great game to play with your friends, your family, and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, but
And-
what I was asking is like, do you think there'll be an online capability?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, with the Switch, I think they
PvP,
have
yes.
that capability now.
Okay.
Yep.
So after that, let's move on to more remasters for the Switch.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong World, Super Mario 3D World, and etc.
There'll be a lot of remasters, to be frank, because there are so many titles from the Nintendo 3DS and the even older series. And Nintendo has been around for so long. They have so many titles that can just flip up and remaster or reboot or
I
remake.
actually agree with that. I would love to see those games come to the Switch, since Switch is like their main kind of staple thing. You know, people still play that. People love those games.
Mhm.
It's good to make those more current and accessible.
Yep.
What do you think?
I think I agree with what you say. Nothing much to add there. To be
Nothing much
honest.
to add there. But which is the most likely remaster we will be seeing?
One that we confirm is Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Yeah. So Donkey Kong World is something that aside from Mario, your usual Mario and Luigi and your Pokemon, right? I think Donkey Kong is a franchise that's been also pretty strong.
Yeah.
And there's actually a lot of different games that featuring Donkey Kong, from like puzzle to platform to different things. Even he always make a guest appearance in other Mario game as well.
Right.
So for us to see this is definitely possible, and also they have already teased it a couple of times, and it's just whether we will be seeing a release date and everything.
Right. Alright, I think I do love seeing these games. It's fun, it's wacky, and I think it's definitely perfect for the Switch. I mean, I wouldn't have it on any other console but the Switch.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, so before we move on, let's catch up with the comments. More Alzheimer here on Facebook, but let's check out Twitch right now. And then we have Zealgun1128 Pokemon. Let's get your money.
Well,
That's Zion, by the way.
Yeah, any games they are out there to get your money if you think it that way.
Yeah.
But if it's a good game that you're willing to spend your time and have quality time, why not?
Okay, and now Trilobits in before people throw controllers to the TV.
I think that will happen. You see some compilation of people on YouTube.
I mean, that's the reason why they had the little thing. To
No one's gonna use it.
But no one's gonna use it. I'm gonna see a lot of cracked LCD TVs for sure. All right, next up we have Mario fighting game tennis for FCG, and then Dane will definitely need to do a Mario tennis tournament.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And then also Trilobits added that the demo was actually full online,
Yep, you
and
can
that
try it
is
already.
pretty awesome. And then Freak of Human Nature. I like how your racket can explode. I didn't know that. Why does it explode?
It's a game.
When you're defeated, you just
Oh, I thought like when you're like in the midst of the match, you can, like,
Nah.
do something and it explodes.
there may be some power move, to be honest.
Like the last
Possible.
dish.
But I don't think it will explode while you hit it, but it will explode as you boom. But
Yeah, but it'll come back.
The record will still be there.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, and now let's go to what other possible announcements. This is a prediction part. Would be there during the Nintendo E3.
I think Star Fox Grand Prix is
Yeah.
pretty much confirmed.
Okay, we just had Star Fox yesterday, and I was pretty
Yeah.
eager about it. If Star Fox actually makes an appearance again,
Another appearance. Yeah.
everyone will lose their
Yeah,
head.
because Star Fox in Starlink. Starlink is a game that already confirmed. I mean, with
Yeah.
the review yesterday, I think it already confirmed for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So to see Star Fox Grand Prix, I think the chances actually
It's quite high, I feel.
is quite high, but at the same time,
It's not confirmed, but
it may not be 100%.
All right.
it may
and-
not be in their press con.
Correct.
It might be something a floor game release.
Okay.
But I think we will see announcement of Star Fox.
Yeah.
Okay. And now after that, what do you think? Super Mario Maker?
I wish they do that because Super Mario Maker is so fun.
I heard
I
that
mean-
people have been doing really, really wacky
Yeah.
levels.
Hmm.
Some of them unbeatable. I heard like if it's unbeatable, you cannot submit it.
Correct.
That's
I
what
mean,
I heard.
This like Mario Maker is such a fun thing. You can create your own level.
Yeah.
And for a long time, it's actually something that the internet really loves because
Yep.
Okay.
you can create your own level
Levels.
for in 3DS, and then you can challenge your friends and they can go up, and there's a lot of channels dedicated just for this, to be honest.
Right, but how popular is this game? Is it still
It
popular
It
till
is
today?
super popular. The community is huge for this
Yeah.
game. You can see those pro Super Mario makers.
Yeah.
They are playing. Literally, they're just playing with they're so good they don't even need to focus, and they just keep on playing, and you can see the community. They're just backing up. You see the YouTubes. There's so much. I was following this guy. I forgot his name, but he was so good at the game. I was like, oh my god, I can't even interpret what he was doing.
Yeah, it may not be too big in the Southeast Asia
Yeah, but it's
region,
really
to be
good.
frank,
Big in
but I
US.
think it's still healthy.
Mm.
And then with Switch growing, I believe that there are more and more people will catch up on this.
Yeah.
I actually like that. If this comes to the Switch, do you think that you can actually kind of just like play online and cross-platform it with the 3DS?
I don't think so.
I'm not too sure about cross-platform. I hope they can do that, but it can be a little bit unfair
Yeah.
to the 3DS players.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Because the Switch has so many more buttons that you can
Yeah.
press, so there's so much more things that you might be able to do. So
Right.
I don't think we'll see a cross-platform because 3DS is too basic. It's
Yeah,
4
it
buttons,
is.
it's 2 arrows. That's
Right.
about it.
Okay, so after that, we also think that maybe they may be a new Mario Kart, which I
No.
actually I would.
To be honest, this is a long shot.
No,
This is a long
I don't
shot.
think so.
This is my personal wish.
Please.
No, I don't think so.
I
I
would
would
really want
love
to see.
to have.
Yes, Nintendo has this tradition that they release one Mario Kart game for each console, right, Freddy?
Yeah.
And they haven't
Okay.
released one for Switch.
Yeah.
The last one was for 3DS. It was 8. 8, yeah, 8.
Yeah.
Sorry, thanks there.
8 Deluxe. Yeah.
So 8 Deluxe. Yes, we will see a 9. But there are too many things that is hyped up for this press con for it. Because Mario Kart is a huge deal for a
Yeah.
lot of people. So
Yeah.
yes, the Mario Kart the Mario Kart 9 will be announced, but not this year.
Not this year.
My prediction is that they will tease it at the end of the press con and tell
He's
you that
too
it's 2019.
optimistic. He's
Mm,
just way
not
too
this year.
optimistic.
And they will tease it. They will show you the logo.
Yeah, maybe like what
Ah.
Bethesda did.
Correct,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then they win D3 apparently.
Yeah. So I think that's
That's
big enough because
big.
Mario Kart is so fun.
Yep.
You can play with anyone, including my cat. So yeah.
But yeah, but for me personally, what I want to see, because they had the Nintendo Labo,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
They
actually.
may expand on that. to be
Yeah,
frank.
I really want to see an expansion of that. I want to see more things done with that, because right now it felt like the Labo is just way too it's very basic. Not really much is going on. It's more for they said it's more for kids, but actually if they actually try hard enough, it can actually be for adults as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's although I don't feel really comfortable buying them myself.
It's quite pricey for something cardboard. It is quite
Yes,
pricey.
but at the same time, for those who can afford, it's apparently quite fun. Yeah.
Okay, I actually really want. I'm just gonna buy like a Switch and a Labo like right now and just
Yeah.
go ham. But it's really cool. But let's talk about Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing, they're very popular on the 3DS, and then recently they had a mobile game as well. What are the odds of them coming to Switch?
I think it's high.
High?
Yeah, I think it's high, but may not be this year, to be frank.
Yeah, I think it's high, but not
Yeah.
this year. Like when she asked, I thought like this year. I said no because they just
Yeah.
launched for 3DS. I don't think they'll come out
But
anytime
that's
soon.
why I mentioned here, even in the program that we plan, I listed down as possible announcement.
Yeah,
but
that's
not
true.
confirmed.
Yeah.
I think it would be really, really cool if they do it. I mean, they do announce it this year, but I don't think it will come out anytime soon.
Yeah.
Right.
They usually will take their time because Animal Crossing is a really huge game.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the appearance. It looks like cutesy and very simple.
Actually,
but there
these
are a
kind
lot
of
of things. But
games
yeah, it's,
that actually are the most interesting.
Mm.
But the thing is, what's so sad is that the Animal Crossing for mobile was an absolute huge flop.
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, even though that you guys say it may not be this year, I'm really hoping that it is, because I think 3DS just didn't feel enough for me. Having it on Switch, bigger screen, more
Yeah.
controls, I think it'll feel 100 times.
But then
better.
it goes back to my argument that they have a lot of things lined up, and
Yeah.
because Nintendo is pre-recorded, they have like that limited time that
Yeah.
you know they're gonna expect from.
Yeah.
So once again, I think not this year, because if you see the theme of this year, that things are confirmed. It's a
Right.
lot of high graphics, trying to utilize the Switch as much as possible to
Yeah.
show what's the capabilities. They want to try and get the general market as much as possible this year. Maybe next year is more towards the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
All right, here's one final question for me. So right now, wait, before that, let's just look at the comments real quick. I just brought Mario
Kart
Kart 8 Deluxe
So
for the
yeah,
Switch.
but there should be an original title for the Switch. Every single Nintendo since the start has one original title for Mario Kart.
Right, and then Nintendo should make a Labo maker and make it open platform for people to try making their own. I actually agree with that.
Frank, there's already someone, a lot of people are already doing it on their own.
Wait, what? Really?
Online, but they're not, of course, legal.
I hope they actually make it legal. Kind of like think of it like
I wouldn't say illegal. It's just like they're knockoffs.
they're not endorsed.
They're not Nintendo
Yeah.
brand, so I would not recommend that. But if you are desperate, yeah, you can,
There's-
DIY it yourself.
That's
to
an
be frank.
option. That's an option.
That's an
Yeah.
option. But yeah, at the end of the day, to me is, I agree with the comment. I mean, if you make it open source, it will make it more accessible for people to try it. And to be frank, it's quite fun because I've tried it myself.
I've never seen one before.
It's fun. It's
I
really
thought you
fun.
actually really want it now.
With the instruments, right?
Okay, now let's talk about if Nintendo is ready to show Bayonetta 3.
Okay. I hope so,
Okay.
but I'm only optimistic. Yeah.
Why do you think Bayonetta 3 will be ported to the Switch actually?
I think because there's a huge community. Switch is the current Nintendo choice of console.
Right.
So it's just normal that everyone would speculate that it might come pretty soon. But once again, I think not so soon.
Yeah. I agree with Matthew. But at the same time, one can only hope, right? I mean, E3 is the season for
Each is Christmas.
you to be optimistic. And I feel like Nintendo Switch has everything that you need to make this game great and mobile.
Right,
Yeah.
great and mobile. But it's like I feel like first of all, I don't feel like it's gonna come out yet. I mean, because I have a lot of ports coming in. They have a few new titles coming in. I just feel like, if they push this, maybe it might not be at E3. Maybe it might be something else another time, but definitely not this year.
Yeah, I think we all
It's
could.
possible.
Okay.
I think maybe they'll tease it. At most, they'll tease it.
Right. Okay. Now, for me personally, this is another thing that I do want to see.
Mhm.
Imagine a new Nintendo. They have the 3DS. They made another one.
Well, Nintendo, you already have different versions of Nintendo, so
Yeah.
it can be Nintendo. I don't know. Cool.
cool. What?
Yeah, Nintendo Pokemon version. I mean, I'm not too sure, but at the same time, it's possible. It's possible to have more 3DS.
Apparently,
but I
it's static.
No, we're not really sure what's the issue. Yeah, I tried to do it a lot of times. Really,
Okay. Yo, it's Banoobs. What's up, my dude? Okay. Now let's just really quickly just go through the comments. Yo, guys, if you need partnerships, let me know.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll let you
we
know.
will talk to you soon. Yeah.
Yep. And then this says I like how you're racking it so it explodes in game.
Mm.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay, the Sea Twitch Angels arrive prepared to be partnered. Okay, and now it says love you guys, but okay, I'll see you guys. I'll see you later then. Okay, and now let's Facebook nothing new. Okay, let's move on to the last part that we should be talking about. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so apparently the static is actually really bad, so it's a technical problem. We're gonna be right back. Give us like 5 minutes. Go grab some popcorn, grab a drink, chill out, and we'll be right back to talk about the most impressive reveals of E3 2018
So far.
so far.
Nintendo.
All right.
Whoa, what happened? It's
All right.
All right, guys, we're back. Sorry for the technical difficulty. We hope that we actually fix it. Really sorry for you guys who actually had to
Yeah.
endure the static for a while.
That
We
could
actually
be an good omen. They say when there's technical error, it means something good
It
will
could
happen.
be.
I don't know.
It could be our own Cyberpunk review.
Dun, dun,
Ah.
dun.
Hacking,
Speaking
huh?
of that, let's talk about that in a little bit. But because now we are going to the FFA. FFA here means that anyone and everyone in the office can join in the discussion. Can be behind the camera. Come here, just push Freddy out, push Matt out. I'm okay, and they
Yeah.
can't move me because
So
I'm
free
like.
for all.
Yeah, because I'm like the boss. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the most impressive reveals of E3 2018 so far. Okay, so number one here, you guys have mentioned is Anthem.
To be frank, Anthem, is it a great review?
Nah.
No. Is it something that surprised us? No.
Nah.
But what I like about it is that we now know more about the game.
Okay,
We will see in the gameplay
Yeah.
really quickly.
So- it wasn't a great review, but it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that we knew it was gonna come out, so we kind of knew what we're gonna get. But at least it gave the fans what they wanted.
All right.
And because in the game right now you see, they teased us before. No, we know that's an open world shooter, right?
Mhm.
You can fly around. I mean, it's kind of like a Destiny 2
Kind of
ish feeling.
feel, yeah.
But in this the latest gameplay that they show us, you see 4 classes that we didn't know.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
and at the same time, there seems to be more PVE content. And
Yeah.
okay, or at least, but he will actually fly by some of the like PVE bosses. I
Yep.
think, and it's cool to know that, because that means you may not have like a linear or like a zonal quest.
Right.
You can actually expand and go to and do whatever you want, which is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Personally, for me, it's already something I've seen. I had an idea what it was, but it wasn't the most impressive reveal of E3 2018. It was impressive last year, but not this year.
To be honest, if they had their own convention, it would be impressive. But the thing is that if you compare it to other things, it's quite lackluster.
All right, for you guys behind the camera, Scott, Brian, as well as Calvin, do you guys think that Anthem is one of the most impressive reveals this year? Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
So we have one yup, and that was only from Calvin. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about Halo Infinite, and that was the game that kicked off the Microsoft show.
Mm.
Yep.
And then and then he was yelling Chieftain.
I was not yelling chieftain.
What
So
were you yelling?
that is fake news.
Okay.
Please don't quote
okay.
me.
Master
Okay.
Chieftain.
It is not Master Chieftain. I did not say anything. But
Okay.
I think it was a really good move for Microsoft to do it right at the beginning. It showed that they came here to play, and
Yep.
the
Right.
conference was really well.
They care about what the,
Yeah.
the fans want. I mean, Xbox fans, or if not Microsoft fans, have been yearning for a new Halo title since
Mm.
forever, right?
Yeah.
Although this is not the Halo 6 that we want,
I think
good
it
enough.
is though. Like they sort of said that Halo Infinite is in Halo 6.
Halo
No.
Infinite
No?
is toward Halo 6. Isn't
Yes.
It? Yeah.
Oh, it's the
Um,
prologue.
yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
Mm.
I think it's good. I think it's really cool seeing Halo just in all its glory,
Mm.
looking like something new and polished.
Correct.
Especially.
And I like that the review is quite cryptic as well. I
Yeah.
mean, it took us a while to like figure out, because when you see that, you're like, okay,
I'm sure
well,
there's still some code, something people
Yeah.
haven't figured out yet.
Nobody really figured out what it was until they saw the helmet.
Yeah.
correct.
And I think that's pretty cool. That's really awesome. But is it the most impressive reveal this year?
Mm. I think it was good, but not the most impressive.
I think it's good enough for Microsoft.
Good enough for
yeah.
Microsoft.
It wasn't the best, because the thing is like, I would actually hope for more like a longer teaser, if not even gameplay. Because, at the end of the day, we are talking about Halo. You want something that is substantial,
Right.
but at least we know that it's coming, lah.
All right.
And we don't even know if you will be following the same gameplay, or it could be, I don't know, because it's Halo Infinite. It could be Halo Battle Royale. It could be.
You know, one thing I was really happy is that yesterday's press con had no.
No battle
Battle-
royale.
Yeah.
It was great. All right, for you guys behind the camera, Calvin, Zion, Brian, and Scott, was it one of the most impressive E3 reveals this year? Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so everyone
Okay,
in the room,
obviously
it's a
they are
no.
not Xbox
They
fans.
they don't know Halo.
Yep.
I have an Xbox, but to me, I guess it's more of like it's not my kind of game. So I still think it was cool though. Seeing that, like, I knew that Halo was the most iconic Xbox game. It did kind of like make me feel like, wow, that's pretty cool. But it didn't feel like, ooh, that's crazy kind of
Mm,
feeling. Okay,
yep.
it was great, but not up there.
Not up there, but definitely one of the more, I would say,
Icon.
is that mentionable?
Yeah, mentionable,
yeah.
definitely mentionable. Okay, next up we have Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. It's a yes for me, dog.
Okay, that's biased, but but at the same time, for something like that, Shadow. Because the thing is, we know there's a game called Shadow Die Twice,
Yeah.
but we don't know what it is. A lot of
He
people,
thought it was going to be
Bloodborne
a
2.
Bloodborne 2.
yeah, we have no idea that it's gonna be a new IP altogether. So I think that's a good surprise.
Mm.
Yeah,
And at the same time, is also, of course, this is From, right?
yeah.
So yeah, I think the gameplay is gonna be awesome.
it's-
What do you think, Matthew?
I think the gameplay looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing is that I wasn't that interested until Zion next to me was jumping up and down. I was like, oh my god, it's Kiro, it looks so hype. And I was like, okay, calm down. But
Yeah.
then it looked okay, but I wouldn't call it the most impressive.
The thing is, general consensus that people are saying that this is technically just Tenchu.
It does
it
look.
looks- it looks like
it
an-
looks like
yeah.
feels like Tenchu.
It's
Yes.
Tenchu, but with like Dark Soul engine.
Yeah.
But one thing is that the gameplay looks smooth and it looks
Mhm.
nice, and that's something that I haven't had in the Ninja game for a while.
And you have a grappling hook.
Yeah, the grappling hook was
Yeah.
one of the main factors.
Yeah.
I think this game looks pretty. It's nice. I'm saying it is. I'm just saying. I'm not. Now that you mentioned it, I do love this game. I think it's impressive. But is it up there to be on the top of the impressive list? Definitely not, because there are other games that I
Yeah.
think deserves
if
that
you're
spot.
if you're a Blade kind of, if you're a fan of the Blades, then maybe you
Mm.
like
Yeah.
this kind of game. But if not, I would say it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, how about you guys behind there? We have Zion, Kelvin, Scott, and Brian still. Do you guys think this is one of the most impressive reveals in E3 2018? You'll tell him Zion there, he's like, yeah. Brian, he's like, he's looking
Yeah.
And
Zion-
Scott still no.
Zion has to say yes. He was literally like, Matthew, please hold me. I was like, he literally went to me. He was like, Matthew, oh my god, what is
Yeah.
this?
I think the only thing that can impress Scott now is just FIFA 19.
Yeah. But of course, one thing is that
Last
I
of
would like
Us.
to ask is like why do you think they call it Shadow Die Twice? Is it because like
It could be a mechanic of like he can turn to a shadow.
Or maybe it's a lore.
or maybe it's this is a moniker like where he's like Shadow Samurai and then he died twice.
It
I
could
don't
be just a name. It could
Yeah,
be-
maybe. Okay, what do you think, Kelvin? What do you think of that? Impressive? It's a meh from him.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Another thing worth mentioning is, of course, Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, so this game, it got teased a long time
5
ago.
years. 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And to see it come back was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, for me, it wasn't what I expected it to be. We saw the
Why?
first trailer. It kind of had it kind of asked questions, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It asked questions, invoked a sense of like forbidden beauty kind of thing, you
Yeah.
know. And you expected to see something. I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely was not this.
Yeah, because it's better.
No.
It
Yeah.
is it's so good.
Yeah, but it show you
I mean-
everything.
okay,
Because
it's
what
good.
you see from the trailer 5 years ago is probably just one corner of the entire
What?
world.
That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, it's what not. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
wasn't what I envisioned in my mind. So it was a little bit.
I agree with
disappointing.
that. I agree with that
Yeah.
because I expected them to have a more dark theme to it.
Yeah, exactly that.
But
exactly that.
at the same time, I am not unhappy with this because
I'm
you
not either.
you actually see a lot more of the world, and because they don't just show you one character or two, they show you the
They ha-
entire
From
world.
what I heard is that this game is like a world ruled by mega corporations
Yes,
and gangs rule the street, which is nice. They actually managed to capture that very
correct,
perfectly,
and,
which is awesome.
and the city that is what you call the Night City,
Yeah.
and is rated as the most notorious city in the states.
Yeah,
in
the most dangerous one.
2077.
It's Gotham, guys.
No.
Worse than Gotham. I feel this is like ghetto Gotham.
Yeah, probably. But you know, as I said, it's really awesome to see this, but it wasn't what that was in my mind. I cannot give it that because of that. I'm not saying the game is bad. It's just not what
Okay.
I thought I would see.
Not what you have thought. is one thing,
Yeah.
but is it impressive? Is another.
Yes, it is super impressive from the first.
I guess.
From the review itself,
Yeah.
like you gotta look at it, the whole thing, the hacking sequence.
Yeah.
Like we thought it was gonna end, and then suddenly Cyberpunk came out. It was a good show, and the gameplay, like we didn't see any gameplay, but it sort of looked a little bit like gameplay
Yeah.
from the trailer. It looked really good.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think I'm just still kind of like letting it sink in because I'm still on the fence whether like I guess I'm still processing the whole thing. You know?
You probably settle down when it's 2077. So it's
Probably,
fine.
probably. Okay, how about you guys behind there? Do you guys think Cyberpunk is a yes?
Oh, it's yes.
It's a yes from
it's a
everyone.
yes.
Okay,
It's
definitely
definitely
up there.
It's
up
definitely
there.
good.
Up there.
The next
Okay,
one though.
Next up we have to go Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. Zion was like tearing up. He was tearing
I'll
up.
tell you his exact words to me. Oh my God, Matthew, is it my birthday?
Yeah.
His exact words to me.
To be frank, I think I'm more excited about Starfield than
Yes.
the Elder Scrolls 6
Same.
because the only reason is because
We knew nothing about it.
we knew nothing about Starfield, and number two is that it's the first original IP in 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean for Bethesda. And number three is set in space.
Space,
Space.
monkeys. I don't know where that came from. Don't ask me. But personally, for me, I didn't really care so much.
Why? Just because you know
Do you
nothing
have
doesn't
a
mean that it's
heart?
good, you know?
It's not that. It's not that. For me, it's like it's more of like I want to see more, that kind of feeling, and I couldn't kind of figure out like if it was impressive or not. Basically, I'm not really a huge fan of sci-fi. That's probably another issue why it was like that. But for me, it was like, oh, they announced a new game. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
That's all. That's all I felt.
I think because to me it was really hyped because I was like in this whole going through the build up to it. Like a lot
Yeah.
of people they were following, see whether it's actually true. And then when the name came out,
yeah.
it just
Because
Bam.
if you follow the whole trail of like
Yeah.
backstory, then
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But if you
Yeah.
have no idea, then yeah. Because the thing is, Starfield has been leaked and it's been rumored, has been speculated many times.
Because
And
of
people
the
is like,
leaks on the domains and stuff.
correct. And
right?
people are like, okay,
Yes.
what is it? Is it another title? Is it a DLC? I mean, there's so many fan
Right.
theories, and finally it's been confirmed.
I think it's kind of cool. It is kind of cool though, the reveal, because first game in 25 years. I actually have to agree to that. But as I said before, maybe it's just not my thing.
Mm.
Okay, let me move on from behind you guys over there. I know Starfield. Starfield, yes. We have a
Yes,
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 from
yes, yes.
All of
almost
them, yeah.
everyone. From all of them. Okay, the Elder Scrolls 6. This one I'm actually hyped about because
Because you know something about it.
I
See?
know something
Yeah.
about it, yes. And number two, it's like, we've been waiting long enough. That kind of feeling as well. What do you guys think that this is impressive?
The reason why I'm not as
No.
impressed in comparison to Starfield is that because, yeah, like you said, you know something about the Elder Scrolls.
Right.
So does almost everybody, all the other gamers, right? So we expect more then. I want to know where is this. Because last time Elder Scrolls 5 is in Skyrim.
Right.
But now where?
Right.
I need to know location. I need to know more. I mean, there could be High Rock.
They're
It could be-
speculating,
There's so
guys.
many things that you can tease, and you're just teasing us a freaking National Geographic shot. That's not good enough. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Matt? Is
yeah,
it up there
same
for you?
same thing. It's not enough. I think I feel like Bethesda felt they needed to end it as high as possible.
Yeah.
So they just rushed it out. Okay, guys, even though we're
Alright,
only
bro,
1%,
you, like-
1% done with this game.
Yeah.
Show it.
Yeah,
Bam.
literally, they're like, bro, you over there, just do something. Okay, we show next week. Okay, 3 days.
I
You got 3
actually
days.
have to agree with this because it felt like the whole show was just pretty crappy in my opinion, and it's like, okay, we need a saving grace. What do we have? Oh, we have this. Okay, you know what? It's not ready, but you know what?
Yep.
We need something.
Yep.
Just send it out. Just send it out. It was just as bad as EA revealing that
But I
the
mean,
Star Wars game
at least
on the
it's good.
seat.
At least it's good that we finally.
Nah,
have
I
the
think it's a bit better
confirmation.
than
Is it better?
Yeah,
But-
at least that we have the confirmation that it's
Yeah.
definitely the Elder Scrolls 6 and not other spin-offs or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you guys have anything to add, just come here.
Yeah,
the
you
mic's
can come
all
on.
yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Between Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6,
Starfield.
which is the better, most impressive reveal? Because they're both up there. But what do you guys think?
Starfield.
Is it Starfield? from you?
100% Starfield.
I'm also Starfield because I don't know anything about it. So
Starfield
yeah,
from me-
more,
for me,
more
it's-
space for imagination.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. I see what you did there. For me personally, it's the Elder Scrolls 6. Elder Scrolls. It doesn't work that way, guys.
You cannot choose both.
Then free for all come here. Oh, I just hit myself in the head. Free for all here. Free for all here. here and tell me why you think that both.
Yeah, you can say
Yeah.
why,
Like,
Both because it's Bethesda Game Studios, and I'm tired of Fallout, man. Come on, Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Let's go.
Good answer.
Yep.
Good answer. Okay, I actually that actually really hurt. I don't know how that happened. Okay, next up we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What do you guys think? To me, personally, it was cool, but it was new Assassin's Creed.
It's because it was leaked.
Yeah, it was. It was like an hour before the show. That
Yeah,
kinda sucked.
but why I included in this program is because although it's leaked, when you finally see the review of the fact that it's ready this year,
yeah,
they probably already have the full build. That means they develop Origins and Odyssey almost at the same time,
right.
and that is impressive. That shows you that they have a lot of manpower, and Ubisoft is literally okay. We want this to work, and aside from that, also I think the the focus of the RPG element is something that would help this franchise,
Right.
because we've been bored of Assassin's Creed because you have
Everyone was
10,
getting
20
bored
titles,
of it.
right?
It was the same thing over and
And
over again.
right now with this with ever since Origins, you have the whole open world feel to it and a bit of RPG element, and right now you have more. You have branching stories. You can choose 2 characters to play.
Yeah.
The graphic is still as good, and it's very vibrant as compared to
The other
Origins,
ones.
which is like yellow. Yeah. I think this has potential. Whether is it a great review or not, it really depends on the performance of the show, and I think they did a good job.
I agree. I think it was a good review, but there was no extra thing that made me like bam. Like it was just like I said, another Assassin's Creed game. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be great if they actually show you you can actually have vehicles or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Hello.
know. What-
Those are horses, not vehicles.
Yeah, they had no, but I mean, wow, they had views back then. I think.
True.
Right.
Yeah,
Battle Royale.
chariot or something. Not Battle Royale.
Please stop. You need to ban that word. I swear to God.
Yeah, man.
That's
But
yep.
anyways, for me, it's a no from me, dog. Sorry, I just felt
Not
it was
impressive?
it was just another game. To
Not
me.
impressive.
No, sorry.
Okay.
You guys are say it's
So it-
impressive. How about you guys there behind the camera? Do you guys think we have a
a
so-so
meh.
from Scott?
Man.
It's a
oh,
so-so.
no, no,
It's a little bit above so-so for Zaim. It's an as well for Calvin and Brian.
Assassin's Creed. Yes.
He's with Sam on this one.
We're going to the next one. I
Okay.
think this one personally, this is the most impressive one.
I was screaming for this one, okay? I've been screaming for 3 days and I haven't stopped and I'm going to continue screaming, and it is The Last of Us 2. It is amazing, but for me, it's up there, but I have another game that says even
No,
up there,
this-
even more up there.
Why I think this is the best is because they built a whole stage for it. You must
Yeah.
understand the commitment of Sony to just hype this thing out, right?
Yeah.
From the stage, all of us, like I remember me and Zach was like, why are they
What's
like in this
going on?
barn? Why are they? What is this? What
Are they in
theme
the
is this?
church? Yeah.
Banjo? What the And
Yeah.
then suddenly that transition that was huge. I think this is the best review.
Yes and no. I agree with the effort. I think they put on a lot of effort to do that, but at the same time, I think it's very clunky.
Ugh.
Yeah, because according to the my sources,
Yeah.
the people that are in the
People were actually
the hall
wishing
itself.
they don't want to move anymore.
That's one, and number two, in the first setting, it's really narrow. It's very packed.
Ah.
A lot of them were
Ah.
not happy because it's not so much of not enough space or what. It's really packed.
Yeah.
And they have those farm chairs that are really not that comfortable,
Yeah.
and you're not expecting all this, and then you have a guy playing banjo, you'll be like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And suddenly they gave you The Last of Us, which is great.
Yep.
They show you the gameplay and everything. You see Ellie growing up, but I think they could have done it better if they just stick to a conventional staging, and that's it.
All right. For me, I love The Last of Us 2. I think it looks great. It looks awesome. This is what I've been waiting for a long time, but then I got blown away by another game. I think this definitely takes top 3 for sure.
Mhm.
Can't wait for this actually.
Yeah.
I just honestly, for me, what makes it hype is because of the cliffhanger on the first game, and I just want to know what happens next.
Yeah, and
for me
of
personally,
course-
there was no need for the stage
Mhm.
because, like it or not, the game is definitely gonna get hype.
Correct. And I like it that they didn't tell you much about Joe as well.
Yeah, we were
Mm.
all wondering like, where is Joel?
But
what
that's good.
happened to
Don't
him?
tell us. Let's
Yeah.
play it first.
So I
He's
think
dead.
it's
Just kidding.
one of the best reviews.
Okay, what about you guys? Do you guys think that The Last of the... Because I know Scott already said it was The Last of Us. That was the number 1 for you?
Yep.
Okay, that was number 1 for him. It was not FIFA. Surprising. I'm just kidding. Okay, what about you guys? Yes?
Yep. All
Yes?
good. All good.
All good. So I guess we can all agree that this is definitely up there, and I actually agree. Just wish it wasn't in that little stupid thing. But anyways, moving on, we have the game that blew it all away. Actually, personally, my number 1, Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, this is my personal number 1 right here.
Why is it your number 1? I just want to
Why
know.
is it my number 1? I love games that are basically moving art, and this game definitely brings it there. Okay, it's like you never really see this kind of thing. It's like you're in a movie, you're playing your main character, and everything is moving so gracefully and beautifully. And also because I love Japanese lore.
The thing is that we already knew that the gameplay. Okay, I'm looking at it as a review, right?
Right.
I think as a review, it's not as good as The Last of Us 2 because we already knew sort of all of it. Like we knew that this will be a really nice game. It's gonna be based on in Japanese lore and whatnot.
Yeah.
So as a reveal, it's not that hype.
Okay,
But
I have to disagree.
I disagree with that because the thing is like you're right. You kind of expect this, but you
didn't expect this.
no, you wouldn't know the details.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
you would think that okay, this could be another Ninja Gaiden style fly here fly there kind of
Yeah.
thing, but right now this shows you otherwise. This
Okay.
is realistic combat,
yeah.
almost Dark Soul but different,
Mm.
and you have the like a one hit kill kind of thing, which is different because in Dark Soul you cannot kill the monster with one hit,
Yeah.
and to me it's just the graphic as well. It's
Yeah.
really top notch. It's not something that From Software can do,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm very impressed with what Sucker Punch has
Yeah.
delivered.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. And another thing that I'm really impressed is also I think that with this kind of camera setting, it
Yeah.
feels like I'm not sure whether it's auto lock on or whatever yet.
Yeah.
It's something for me to try out, and I like this because it feels like it's a free form camera.
Okay, like for me personally, I have to disagree with Matt because even though there was a teaser, we were already expecting it. But when they showed the game, that was when I knew that I
Because it
wanted
was
it.
still the first time we see the game.
Yeah, because for me personally, because I usually tend to judge a game by its trailer. Like it's a very horrible thing I do, but it is something that I do.
We all do that. It's
Yeah,
fine.
and then like suddenly when you throw me into this, it was like okay, it was not what I expected at all because I was expecting some kind of overhyped, usual, overly done kind of samurai story. And then when they give me this with these graphics, I was like okay, this is a game changer for me. I'm sorry, Last of Us 2, you cannot be number 1 when you are giving me this.
Yeah, but at the same time, Ghost of Tsushima also may not be number 1 if you have the next title.
Wait, before we go
This
there,
one is
before we go there,
Freddy's like number
before
1.
we go there, I need to ask them: is Ghost of Tsushima the most impressive reveal for you guys? Okay, so everyone said yes, but compare that to The Last of Us 2. Which one was over it? The Last of Us 2 is number 1 or Tsushima? So everyone said Tsushima except for Scott. He's really
That's why
into
Scott and I are just really close. We are one. But yeah, let's move on to the
Yep.
next one,
But
which is
none of
Freddy's
these
favorite game.
Can be compared to this. I
Okay,
think.
this one actually came out of nowhere, which is Resident Evil 2.
And let's go with.
I feel like this could be the big 5 for Sony.
This
yeah,
should, this
because
should have
and,
been
and
the
that's
big
why they
5.
don't tell you. See, they say we got big 4, but this is actually the 5th biggest
This is
title.
the surprise.
And whether the game is good or not is up to for us to later to discuss. But the fact that they've been teasing this for a long time and finally they give you this, I think is good.
Yeah.
It's a good surprise. That's why I say it will definitely be my number 1 most impressive review
Reveal?
because they covered it quite well because they mask it with like the big 4, the other titles. They
Yeah.
have like Final Fantasy 7 remake, but yeah, it's okay.
I think
Finally, they give you this.
they did a good job in revealing it, but I think because there's no like real hype going into it, not the best one for me.
Because you haven't played it before.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's true.
You're
I'm a
too
bit
young
younger
for it.
than you.
Yes.
I actually really, really like this. This is top 3. I think this comes in number 3 for me. I wasn't expecting this, and I actually really, really love horror
Horror.
games. I love horror games, and I also like the idea that zombie games are making come back. Nowadays, zombie games are pretty
This is like
crappy.
the OG
Yeah.
zombie survivor.
This is what
one of
everyone
the OGs.
talks
Yeah.
Yeah.
about, okay? And then to see this done so perfectly with an overhaul thrown in as well, I think that's pretty
Correct.
darn impressive. Okay, what about you guys behind the camera? Is this definitely up there for you guys? Okay, come. It's
You see the egg one, they are really young. They're like 12.
because
you
they've
know?
never tried it.
Yeah, they're like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Don't say like you tried it, Taz. You say like you played this game
I
already.
actually watched people on YouTube play it, and I
Yeah.
actually like the storyline very, very much.
Tell me the storyline.
I can't remember
Oh
anymore.
wow, no, oh,
Because
get
I'm
her
getting-
out.
I'm
Fake
getting-
news.
I'm getting confused.
Let's move on.
With, Resident Evil 3 because
Three,
of the
four, yeah.
dogs.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
lot,
because
yeah.
it also looks kind of sort of similar, so I'm getting confused there.
Correct.
But definitely, this is one of the most talked about. Even I remember I was going crazy about it. It's been years, but I would like to revisit this. And since I can't remember, I think this is a good thing for me. Because remember, guys, when you've played a game, the hype is not the same. But now that I've forgotten, it's kind of like, oh, this is what happened, and this is gonna be great.
You know, if it works for you, sure.
Okay, so you guys behind the camera, do you guys
They-
think that you guys are giving an but when you compare it, would you think that this is a top 3 for you guys?
No.
Not okay. Okay. Last one for you guys. Let's talk about this one. Death Stranding. Everyone talks about it. Everyone's been begging for at least a gameplay trailer, and they delivered this year, and it was pretty cool, but I didn't understand anything.
I think because there's still the element of mystery, I think it was a good review.
Yeah.
I think it's really on purpose that they just
Yeah,
try
because
to make you keep you as clueless as possible. You know?
The one thing I'm afraid is that it made us wait another century for this game.
I hope they won't do that because the things that you look at the graphic, right?
It looks quite
It's
complete,
really
right?
complete,
Mm.
but at the same time, there's no UI, and
Yeah.
then they haven't shown you the scale of the world yet. So, and I'm afraid that they may really really store this to like
It's-
next gen.
It strands
possible.
it strands it until you're deaf.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. But having said that, I'm a fan of Kojima as well. I believe he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I believe that the gameplay and the story will be amazing.
Yeah.
But it's just that all this stalling is really not helping them so well. I think I hope that they will at least tell us what the heck is going on by either end of E3, if not TGS this year. Tokyo Game Show, just
okay.
tell us why, baby.
I think Tokyo Game Show will be the better place because
I think-
Kojima
yeah.
games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because firstly, for me, I wasn't very hyped for it because I was clueless. It doesn't help when there's no that little
I guess sometimes
kind of element there,
they think that curiosity is the best way to hype something.
Not
But when you keep us being curious for like so long,
people get bored.
well, I don't, but it's just that I just get frustrated.
Actually,
Yes.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
the review, but it's just not the best.
Correct.
Like the gameplay,
Yeah.
we saw a little bit of gameplay where he was walking through the field. I liked it, just not as hyped as
It's
others.
at that point that I'm hating it. I'm like, what the heck?
I
Yeah.
just wish that the reveal was a little bit more darker, like the first one. Like
You
I
can just tone your
Yeah,
drama,
the
your
darkness, right? Just
darkness
turn a
of
bit
your
down, they
monitor.
can-
no, not like
Every
that.
monitor has that option.
By dark, I mean like give me
Turn
more.
off lights, yeah.
Give me more action. That's what I want. Okay.
We don't even know if the game has any combat system.
I
To be
know
frank,
that's why.
it may just be a point and click, which
Yep.
I hope it won't be.
Okay, what do you guys think? Kojima, is he up there? It's a yes from him. It's a yes from him. It's a yes from him, and I think everyone.
So
is
you guys are
agreeing
more hype about this than Resident Evil 2
Yeah.
that has a release date.
Unfortunately, yes, I agree.
Resident Evil has a release date.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Alright.
that. I think the only thing that
Sorry, Freddy.
giving the hype there is just one thing: Hideo Kojima Unchained, and that's the only thing I can think of. Is that Hideo?
I don't know. I don't know.
The
Yeah.
Hideo
Okay.
Kojima factor. But okay,
Let's do a quick top 3 for each.
okay.
Okay, Tash, you go first.
Top 3. Number 1 goes to Tsushima. Number 2 will be The Last of Us, and number 3 Resident Evil 2.
Freddy?
Resident Evil 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and the third one I would say.
He's looking. He's looking.
I would say the third one would still be Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1, Last of Us Part 2. Number 2, actually Cyberpunk. Number 3, Starfield.
Okay,
Oh,
you
not
guys.
even Ghost of Tsushima, your favorite game?
Because I was expecting it. Like
Oh.
I was kind of, so the review wasn't like I liked it, but
Of
it wasn't
course.
really hyped.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
you can't expect rifle or like laser gun suddenly, right? Yeah.
All right. So you guys.
They
I-
put out
I-
a whole hacking montage for Cyberpunk. Okay.
Yeah, but that's Cyberpunk. What I'm talking about Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, can we have maybe you guys want to come up here and tell us your top 3? Zaim.
Let's go.
Number 1, Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh!
Number 2, Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh!
Number 3, Starfield. Honorable mention goes to Tsushima.
Yeah! Nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Brian? You want to come up here?
Let's go. Come.
Quick.
Yeah. Dude,
Go to Freddy. Everyone go to Freddy.
I would say in no specific order, Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima, and Cyberpunk.
Assassin's Creed number 1. Okay, that's
Okay.
new. Alright. Scott, you want to come? No, okay.
I already know. The Last of Us Part 2, The Last of Us Part 2, FIFA 19.
Yeah, I actually like that one. Alright, Kelvin, you want to give a mention?
Good.
Just yell it to me. Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us. Assassin's Creed. Okay, there we go. We have our top mentions. But you know what? I'll be surprised if people's list change after tonight. But I guess we'll find out later. But before we go, let's do a quick mention one more time that you guys can check out the live stream later at 12 a.m.
For Nintendo.
For Nintendo on our website, which is c.ign.com. Okay, so let's just show off the schedule one last time for them so you guys can screenshot. Don't forget, okay, it's 12 a.m. It's going to be pre-recorded, and I'm guessing about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
Around that time.
And of course, for more E3 news, do stay tuned to like sea.ign.com as well. We'll be updating every day. We have a lot more because I think the thing is that E3 doesn't really end today. I mean,
yeah.
They actually have a lot more interviews, a lot more conferences, a lot more other things that will go on. So yep.
And of course, if you guys want to follow, our updates instantly, like right now, follow us on our Twitter. It is at IGNC. Okay, drop us a follow because we post really good memes.
On yeah, Instagram as well. Yeah.
Who posts those memes?
I never said it was me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you later. And this will be the final episode of Let's Talk E3 for 2018. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next year. But coming out soon, we do have another show for you guys around this time as well. Stay tuned for it. Follow us on our social media and follow our website because we will let you guys know what exactly it is. This is Tasha. I'm signing out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Bye.